C. Johnson Gymnasium here at the home of the Parsons Vikings. So, Scott, kind of nice to be at home.
I didn't know if I'd remember how to get to the high school. It's been so long.
Yeah, after that Lancer Classic and then the long trip last Friday night to Fort Scott. It was just nice to be home. Lady Vikes are hosting the Chanute Blue Comets. Chanute Blue Comets are coming in. The Lady Comets are 4-8 on the season. Lady Vikes are 9-4 on the season. Just in similar matchups we were looking at earlier, Scott. Looks like Lady Vikes should have the edge tonight, but you can't take any opponent lightly, especially in the SEK. It just seems like, you know, every team's a tough out.
Yeah, they are. And, you know, and it seems like the teams that are maybe in a rebuild mode like Chanute must be, you know, those teams tend to have more improvement in my mind as the season progresses. Yeah. You know, they start out way below everybody else, and then the gap kind of narrows as the season goes a little bit longer. And I'm assuming Coach Fox for Chanute is still going to run that 1-3-1 half-court trap that he's done for years. And Chanute doesn't look, as I look out there, it doesn't look like they have the height and the length that they normally do. And I think the Lady Vikings, I see them maybe having a little bit of trouble with it early.
Yeah.
But then they have enough ball handlers and enough athletes, I think, on this year's roster that I agree with you. I think the Lady Vikes have the edge tonight, and hopefully, you know, I'm really not sure what happened in that second half against Fort Scott, but I'm sure it left a bad taste in their mouth.
I sure hope that we can rebound from that.
Yeah.
And have a good game here and get some comeback on Fort Scott whenever they come here in a couple of weeks. But, you know, whenever we were looking down the starting lineups, we noticed Ashka Patel was in the lineup, starting lineup tonight. And with you saying about the 1-3-1 trap, it kind of makes sense because I noticed Ashka was really good with ball handling at the Lancer Classic.
Yeah.
And I think that might be one of the reasons why Pat put her in the starting lineup tonight.
Yeah, and now that you mention that, not only is she a good ball handler, one of the areas that is kind of a weak spot in that 1-3-1 is the baseline and shots from the corner. And Ashka, from what I can remember of her last year, she can get going pretty good on those corner threes. And with a little bit of decent ball movement, Lady Vikes should have some really good open looks tonight.
Definitely. We'll go down the starting lineups real quick. First for the Lady Comets, a 5'4" sophomore, Peyton Shields. 5'8" sophomore, Kelsey Haviland. 5'7" junior, Tyra Bogle. 5'11" sophomore, Kearney Fulmer. And a 5'6" sophomore, Jalen Smith. So it looks like four sophomores and a junior. Looks like we're doing the national anthem. Stay.
Hey Parsons, I'm Anna. This is Raven. We're the Anna and Raven Show, and we can't wait to wake you up on Variety 93.5.
We're the show that's all about relationships. So if it's going on at home, at work, in your life, we want to know about it.
Also, every day a couple joins us for Couples Court. They tell us what their disagreement is about, and then it's up to you to decide who's right.
Want to win cash? You can challenge me daily in pop culture trivia. It's called Can't Beat Raven. Beat me, and you get the jackpot.
Get ready to laugh, Labette County. We're the Anna and Raven Show on Variety 93.5.
The Anna and Raven Show.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
At Labette Health, we've earned our place as a top 100 hospital in the nation for joint replacement. Serving a 6-county area since 1961, Labette Health has also earned national recognition as a respected regional medical center renowned for its comprehensive healthcare services and commitment to high-quality patient care. With over 80 physicians and providers throughout Southeast Kansas, Labette Health is 100% devoted to medical excellence. For more information or to find a provider near you, call 620-421-4881 or visit labettehealth.com.
3 sophomores, a freshman and senior. So just on paper, they're pretty even. But like you said, I think it's kind of a rebuilding year for Chanute, and I think they'll get better as the season goes on. We obviously did last year when we played a lot of our freshman girls that are getting starting lineup as a sophomore this year. Is early in the year we struggled, and then as the year went on, we just got better and better. And you get those younger girls so much playing time, they're bound to get better.
And it's almost, I think back to when you and I were in school, and it just seems like the coaching philosophy has changed. I don't remember, you didn't see freshmen playing at the varsity level. You didn't see very many sophomores playing at the varsity level unless they were just outstanding.
Exactly.
But yeah, now coaches, if they see some potential in a freshman class, they do not hesitate to get them out on the varsity in the varsity lineup. So
yeah, it's definitely tides have changed. Just and that's everywhere. I mean, you see even across the board in the SEK, there's a lot of young talent out there that are getting opportunities, and it's pretty neat to see. I mean, we saw it last week when we were at Fort Scott. They had a lot of younger girls in the lineup, and same in the boys game. So, definitely, if you got the talent, you're gonna see some playing time. And we're getting close to being underway here.
JV boys had a good win in the 4:30 contest. They were behind, I think, by 5 or 6 after one quarter, and then just took off in those middle 2 quarters and never looked back, and they won 60-48 over the Chanute junior varsity.
Yeah, and I think we have 3 veteran refs, Scott. I've seen all 3 before, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, I've seen 2 of the 3. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I think we have seen all 3 of those.
Well, I'm pretty
sure
all
right.
3 of them were here last year. So I think the further the season's going along, we're starting to see more veterans, and that's a good thing.
Yes, it is.
And Anaya Hinman gets the tip, gets it to Hansman. Hansman's quick to Scheibe for a 3, and almost made it, but a nice rebound and putback by Anaya Hinman to get her first basket. So Lady Vikes lead 2-0.
That is a great start because the Lady Vikes got killed on the glass up at Fort Scott.
Yeah, Tyra Bogle. Now left-handed goes to the basket as Kelsey Haviland gets her first basket and ties the game up 2-2. So some younger players here starting off the scoring. Ashka Patel knocks it down. Just like you said in the pregame, Scott, Ashka Patel from that corner, she's dangerous. And here comes Eliana with a nice steal. Nearly made the basket. Hansman saves it. Now Patel thought about the 3, gets it to Hinman. And now Scheibe is going to drive for a floater in the lane and knocks it down. So Sydney Scheibe gets in the scorebook, and 7-2 Lady Vike lead real quick. So in the first minute of play, we got 7 points. That's a pretty good comeback from Friday night. Nice block by Anaya Hinman, but cleaned up by Jalen Smith for a basket. I think she just had to be in the right place at the right time on that one, Scott.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. And that got knocked out of bounds, but just early on, Tony, just the fact that we scored 7 points in that first minute, that shows that we're attacking this 1-3-1 better than we have for several years.
Yeah, they're trying to get it down low to Anaya Hinman. And Scheibe with it in the corner. Lady Vikes lead 7-4, 6:32 to play here in the first quarter. Eliana for 3. And they said she travels. She did kind of take a little bit of a step. We noticed Jessie Jones did that a few times on Friday night.
Yep.
And she's probably the furthest away from us as possible, but it did look like she did a little shuffle with her feet. And so now the Blue Comets with it. And a little floater in the lane, and they get it to go. So they're, I think, 3 for 3 from the field. That was Tyra Bogle. 3 different scores. Now Eliana dribbles it off her foot, but they recover. And now Anaya underneath. I don't know how they didn't call a foul there.
It looked like I thought she got hacked on at least one arm, if not 2.
Yeah, but no call. So they let a lot of physical contact go last week. And early on, there's not a foul on the board. We're a little over 2 minutes in the play. 5:52 to play, 7-6. So Lady Vikes with a good fast start, but the Blue Comets are shooting 100%, it looks like. Blue Comets trying to get it down low to Smith. Nice spin move, but missed the shot. Now Hinman goes the other way with it. Anaya gets it to Valentine Florence. Out the handsman. And she just loses it. Turnover by the Lady Vikes. So 5:24 to play first quarter. Peyton Shields with it now. And nice little, I thought she might have taken an extra step, but Kelsey Haviland scores it. And the Lady Blue Comets take the lead, 8-7. And Eliana throws it, leads Sydney Scheibe too far, and she goes out of bounds. So another turnover by the Lady Vikings. So Valentine Florence and Patel go to the bench. Patterson and Kendall Lyons come to the floor for the Lady Vikings. So we don't really lose a whole lot whenever we switch those first two starters out, Scott.
Yeah, that's a nice luxury to have, to be able to get in a couple of bench players and not lose much at all.
Yep. Smith fighting for it on the floor. Looks like a jump ball, and it should go to the Lady Blue Comets. And Lady Vikes trail 7-8, 4:46 to play. Lady Vikes haven't scored since like the 7:05 mark. So it's been a couple minute drought. And Haviland underneath. Sorry, that was Smith underneath for a basket. And now 10-7 lead. Kendall Lyons with a floater and gets it to go.
That was a nice move.
Yeah, I think Kendall was shut out at Fort Scott, so I know she wanted to get in the books, and she did early here. 4:25 to play. Lady Vikes trail 9-10. So good defense by the Lady Vikes. And Smith gets it back and a putback, and it goes. So Jalen Smith now with 6 quick points and in the first 4 minutes.
She's a little winded. She has to come out.
Yep, and there's a first foul. And that'll go against Peyton Shields. That'll be her first personal. Yeah, we got a couple of players coming in for the Blue Comets.
Both teams have played well in the early going. I've been impressed with Chanute's ball movement, and they've been shooting well. Actually, much better than I anticipated.
Looks like Ashley Haviland and Taylor Lansdowne. And Lady Vikes lose it out of bounds. So a turnover going to the Lady Blue Comets. So Chanute leads 12-9, 3:56 to play here in the first quarter. And the other Haviland on the floor is Ashley Haviland. So the two Havilands on the floor. And kicked out. Ashley Haviland missed it off the mark. Now Kendall Lyons gets it ahead to Scheibe. 4-3. And it's short. She should have followed it. She'd have followed it. She'd have had it. Lady Vikes trail 12-9, 3:22 to play, first quarter. Near steal, and it is a steal now. Nia Hinman going in for the layup, and she's bumped by Shields, and that'll be Shields' second foul.
I was just getting ready to say Chanute had handled, Anaya being out at the top of that zone about as well as any team so far, but then Anaya, right as I was about to say something, Anaya poked it away.
Yep, Tyra Bogle checks in. She's a junior. I can remember her playing a lot of minutes last year as a sophomore. I think she had an older sister as well.
Yeah, we've said that last name a lot.
Yeah, off the mark by Scheibe. And Lansdowne gets the rebound, and Schnute's going the other way. And now Bogle with it. And Hinman with the long arms up top, causing a little bit of trouble here. Lansdowne with it, and she nearly throws it away, but saved. And now Scheibe has it going the other way. Sydney doesn't look very comfortable dribbling down the floor tonight. And they're going to call another travel on Eliana. So Lady Blue Comets still with a 12-9 lead. Lady Vikes, quite a few turnovers here, Scott.
Yeah, I showed three each, and Lady Vikes, they started out so good. They've looked a little out of sorts the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, definitely haven't scored a whole lot in the last 5 minutes. Bogle with it, double teamed. And
this is travel.
Kelsey Haviland is having trouble with it, and they end up calling the jump ball, which should go to the Lady Vikes. So Smith and Keating checking in for the Lady Blue Comets.
Yeah, Smith is only 5'6", but I think she did most of her damage down in the paint.
Yeah, she scored 6 early points. A couple of them on rebounds, but one of them was on a nice feed to her. There's Sydney Scheibe from the corner, off the mark, no good. And Haviland with the rebound, Ashley Haviland.
Lady Vikes have gone ice cold.
Bogle having trouble with it. Almost lost it. Hinman almost stole it. And now a three-pointer off the mark. Nearly stolen by Smith. So Oscar Patel checked back in for the Lady Vikings. So Lady Vikings needed to get some kind of offense going.
Yeah, 7 points in the first minute and only 2 points since.
Oscar Patel will bring the ball down. Gets it to Valentine Florence. She's looking to go to the rim. And she gets cut off by 3 Chanute players. I think it was tipped.
Yeah, it was tipped or hit somebody's foot off Chanute.
Gets it all the way down the Lions. Back to Valentine Florence. Man, their defense by the Lady Blue Comets is very good. Patel with the floater, way off the mark. Lions with the putback, and she's going to go to the line. This will be the first free throws of the game. Looks like the foul is going to be on Ashley Haviland.
I still think as this game progresses, the Lady Vikes are going to get a better feel for how to attack this 1-3-1.
I agree. And Kendall Lyons gets the first free throw to go. So Kendall now has 3 points. And Louisa Hansman going to check back in for the Lady Vikes. And Lions knocks both of them down. So 2 good free throws there. And Blue Comets having a little bit of trouble. Now it's stolen by the Lady Vikes. Anaya Hinman going the other way quickly. And they're going to call a charge. She was just sitting there waiting on Anaya. I'm surprised Anaya ran into her.
I thought Anaya was going to
go to the side of her?
Yeah, sneak around her. And I don't know if that's what she was trying to do or not, but it didn't work out. So fortunately, just her first.
Will pick up her first personal foul. And unfortunately, it's on the offensive side of it. So Lady Vikes trail by 1, 11-12. Just under a minute to play here in the first quarter. Chanute. Quick passes around the top. Now a floater in the lane by Bogle. No good. But it's rebounded by Fulmer, and she gets it stolen. And now Eliana going the other way. And nice move by Eliana to get her first basket to give the Lady Vikes a 1-point lead. The Lady Vikes lead 13-12, 29 seconds left in the first quarter. Anaya needs to be careful. She didn't want to pick up a foul that far away from the basket. And now Smith with an easy layup. Now Smith there with 8 points in the first quarter.
Not Peyton Shields that had the assist. She's a good-looking guard, and she's just a sophomore.
Yeah. She's the only one in foul trouble, though. Now Patel from the corner off the mark. Valentine Florence off the mark. And she didn't have to rush that shot. She went out there and shot it pretty quick. There was still about 6 seconds when she got the ball. And now there's only 0.8, yeah. So Chanute not going to get a shot off. So Lady Vikes are going to trail at the end of the first quarter, 13-14. So we're going to take a 1-minute break. You're listening to Lady Viking Basketball on B93.
Hi, this is Brian at Bowen Pharmacy, and today I'd like to visit with you about how you take your medications. Did you know that when you miss 2 doses per week, that's 3.5 months out of the year that you missed your medications, and that can have detrimental effects on your health in a long time period. Here at Bowen Pharmacy, we have this great new machine called the Rapid Pack RX, and what this machine does is it takes all your medications, filters it down, and puts in this nice strip right here that you can pull out of this box. And at any time of the day that you need your medication, it's right here ready for you. Whether you take it 1 a day, 2 a day, 5 a day, or 6 times per day, we can make that happen for you. It's all interfaced with our pharmacy system, and when it runs through, it puts all those times down for you. It even prints the medications on the strip, and you can take it throughout the day without having to take your bottles with you. It helps you stay compliant, helps you stay healthy, and it's going to give you a long life to live to enjoy. Here at Bowen Pharmacy, we're always thankful that you choose us to be your local provider. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Welcome back, Harold C. Johnson Gymnasium, Parsons High School. Tony Fuentes, Scott Marlowe. We're underway here in the second quarter, and Lady Comets have not taken a shot, but they are driving. Smith trying to make a nice spin move, and now off the mark by Shields, and it goes out of bounds, and hopefully it
Stays with Chanute.
It does stay with Chanute. Man, I looked like it went off the foot of a Chanute player. But we do have a lot of people between us and the ball. Shields to get it in. Gets it into Bogle. Nice look at a three, but man, way off the mark. And now Shields off the mark, but they continue to get offensive rebounds.
Yeah, that was the
Kelsey,
kind of the Achilles heel for the Lady Vikes up in Fort Scott. 6 offensive boards for Chanute.
Kelsey Havlin gets it to go. And now 16-13 lead for the Lady Blue Comets. And the Lady Vikes are having trouble just fighting that zone. Now Hansman for a three, and she knocks it down. Louisa Hansman with the three-pointer to get our first points of the second quarter, and she ties the game at 16. So Shields with it, loses it. Now Kendall Lyons gets it. And Hansman quickly down the floor to Valentine Florence. Gets it back to Hansman. Valentine Florence almost threw it away. Now Scheibe in the close to the lane and off the mark. I'm not sure. I don't know if she's expecting to get a foul call there or what.
It almost looked like she was.
Well, Smith trying to get it down low to Fulmer. It looked like it was off of Fulmer, but they're going to say it was off Lyons. So
you know, the Lady Vikes have enough talent against that zone. You know, a few good passes, and you can always get an open look.
Yep.
But you don't want to have to rely on 20-foot jump shots the entire game.
Yep. Now an inbounds pass is stolen. Valentine Florence going the other way. And now a nice nifty move by Eliana. And she scores it. Lady Vikes 2-point lead, 18-16. I think we led 7-2 really early. But this has been the best lead we've had in quite a while.
It's 8 turnovers on the Lady Blue Comets.
And Eliana for a long three off the mark. And Patterson almost over the back. Bogle brings it up the other way. And we got a timeout. Coach Dustin Fox calls timeout for the Lady Blue Comets. Let's see what they're going to do. They're just going to do a 30. We'll just keep it here, Scott. Lady Blue Comets are feisty. I mean,
yeah,
they're definitely a team that, I mean, like you said, I think as the year goes on, they're going to get better and better, and it's already kind of showing. I mean,
they're playing well.
They played most of the teams in the SEK already. This is probably like the last game of the first round of playing everybody. So they've seen a lot of talent around, and I noticed in their scoring that they went out to Western Kansas and played in a tournament.
Yeah.
They played Hayes and Beloit and Ulysses, so they're definitely getting some looks of some different schools.
Yeah, and they're out rebounding the Lady Vikes 11-6. So Lady Vikes need to hit the glass.
Yep. And Fulmer gets it out for a long three off the mark. Oh, and it looks like Kelsey Havland is going to pick up that foul. And that's her first. And I have fouls 4-1, and that's what's up on the board. The only foul for us is Anaya Hinman's charge. Patel to Scheibe, back across to Valentine Florence, and she loses it. So Bogle Bogle looks like she took a step there, and she throws it away anyway. Trying to get it down low to Fulmer. It's a good thing they've turned it over as many times as they have.
Yeah, they've 9 turnovers, and Lady Vikes are only up by those 2 points.
Patterson with a nice fake and a drive to the basket, but she misses it. Oh, and then she gets the rebound, and it goes over the backboard. Yep, a lot of contact and just no calls.
Yeah, we've seen that a few times this year.
Yep.
Kind of letting the kids play.
Yep, Lady Comets trying to tie or take the lead, and they shoot a 3 and miss it. Now Patterson nearly loses it out of bounds, but she's going the other way. 4:41 to play in the first half. Lady Vikes lead 18-16. And Sydney Scheibe took an extra step. So Kinley Chard checking in for the first time for the Lady Blue Comets. Looks like Anaya Hinman will check in at the next break. Shields gets it to Bogle. Yeah, the Lady Blue Comets, Scott, I noticed, have 3 seniors on their team, but none of them in the starting lineup, but I haven't seen any of them on the floor.
That is really unusual.
Yeah. I do remember Madison LaForge playing some last year.
Yep.
And even Emma Atherton playing last year.
Yeah. You know, LaForge is 5'10", so you'd think she'd get some minutes.
Maybe she's hurt or sick.
Could
Who
be.
knows? Now Valentine Florence in the corner for a 3, way off the mark. Our 3-pointers haven't been very good. And that was
there you
go.
go.
Nice save, but missed shot by Anaya Hinman at point blank range. We definitely need those. Peyton Shields driving the other way and gets it to go. So Peyton Shields gets her first basket of the game, but she's had a lot of assists here. Now Valentine Florence, tie ball game. Lady Vikes and Lady Blue Comets are tied at 18. 3:37 to play in the first half. Patterson with the bump.
Good look.
Yep, and finally get it. A call underneath. And Anaya Hinman picks up the foul.
That was great ball movement. I said just a couple of minutes ago, you can always get an open look from beyond the three-point line with a couple of crisp passes, but that's what the Lady Vikes need to do more of, get it down to Anaya. She's either going to score or get fouled more often than not.
So first foul on Tyra Bogle. And Anaya Hinman knocks down the first free throw. So Lady Vikes are 3 for 3 from the free throw line here tonight. Scheibe checking back in for Ashka Patel. Actually checking in for Valentine Florence. And Hinman will have one more free throw. And off the mark. So Lady Vikes lead 19-18. 1 point lead. 3:27 left here in the first half. So what we thought was going to start out as a really high-scoring contest for the Lady Vikes turned into being kind of a low-scoring half.
Yeah, the Lady Vikes got off to such a quick start. You know, I thought they might have, 40 points at halftime, but here it's still stuck on 19 with only 3:15 to go in the half.
Yeah, Hansman with it. Gets it up the court, gets it to Scheibe. Scheibe gets it back to Hansman. Into Anaya Hinman. Nice look underneath, but she loses it. And Smith picks it up.
I'd like to see Hinman be more aggressive. She just needs to catch the ball and go up.
Yeah, she tried to put it on the floor and gets it knocked away. Now another steal by the Lady Vikes, and now Hinman goes to the rack and scores it. So Anaya Hinman now with 5 points. 21-18, Lady Vikes lead by 3. 2:40 to play here in the first half. It looks like a full timeout. So let's just take a 30-second break. 21-18, Lady Vikes lead. You're listening to Lady Viking Basketball on V93.
As the area's leading hospital, we believe your best days lies ahead of you. And as a nationally recognized hospital, we work to ensure that your tomorrows are the best they can be. At Labette Health, instead of thinking about what you need out of a hospital, we've thought about what you need out of life. And with our multiple award-winning care, we're creating a higher quality of life for our patients. At Labette Health, we center around you.
Welcome back, Parsons High School, Harold C. Johnson Gymnasium. Tony Fuentes, Scott Marlowe, and Drew Fuentes taking care of our live stream. And Karen back in the studio patching us through. And we have a 3-point lead here with 2:37 to go in the first half. Lady Vikes lead 21-18. Lady Blue Comets have turned the ball over, but they've got a lot of offensive rebounds and putbacks, and that's why they're in the game. Tyra Bogle posting up on Hansman, misses it. Another near offensive rebound, and it ends up being a tie-up, which will result in the possession staying with the Lady Blue Comets. Preston Keating checking in for the Blue Comets. Peyton Shields continues to run the offense here for the Lady Blue Comets. She's having trouble getting it in. Gets it into Bogle. And now Keating for a long three off the mark. Tipped out, and Lady Vikes have it. Brianna Patterson coming up the floor. Gets it to Lyons, and it's stolen. So another turnover. Sloppy ball handling by the Lady Vikes. Shields with it. Gets it down to Fulmer. And Shields trying to go lefty. Now Ashley Havlin for a three and missed it. But Fulmer tracks it down. A lot of offensive rebounds and extra chances by the Lady Blue Comets. We just haven't had that many extra chances on our end.
Not at all.
Sydney Scheibe gives it off to Patterson. Throws it all the way to Hansman. Hansman for another three, and she knocks it down. So Louisa Hansman now with a pair of three-pointers here in the second quarter to give the Lady Vikes a 6-point lead, and she is the difference. Her 6 points is the 6-point lead that we currently have, and I believe that's the largest lead of the game.
Yeah, that's great. They give so much attention to Scheibe out on the perimeter. Hansman's taking advantage of it.
Yep, now Havlin for a three, and she knocks it down. So Ashley Havlin with a three-pointer herself to get it back to a 3-point game. We're under a minute left till halftime. So 24-21. Ashka Patel for three, off the mark, but nice rebound. But then looked like a foul, but not a foul, and now Peyton Shields going the other way. Shields gets hacked by Patel. So 37 seconds left to go in the half, and Peyton Shields is going to go to the line for two. Be the first free throws tonight for the Lady Blue Comets. Patel picks up her first personal. And Shields' first one's off the mark. So Kelsey Havland and Jalen Smith check back in for the Blue Comets. Second one is good. So Peyton Shields is 1 for 2 from the free throw line. And now a 2-point lead for the Lady Vikes.
Look
and
out.
And a steal. Here comes Shields. And a kickball out of bounds by Hansman. So 30 seconds to play here in the first half. Blue Comets got a chance to tie it up here before halftime. You know, when the Lady Vikes got that 6-point lead, Scott, I thought for sure they'd go in the half with a 6 or 7 point lead.
Yeah, I agree. Didn't work out that way.
Now it looks like they're going to hold for last shot. And near steal by Valentine Florence. 11 seconds left to go here in the first half. And Keating to throw it in for the Lady Blue Comets. She gets it in to Shields. And Havlin back to Shields. Gets it to Smith. Smith, nice spin move. It doesn't get it to go. Now Fulmer with the rebound and put it back and no good. So our halftime score, Lady Vikings 24, Lady Blue Comets 22. Let's go back to the station for a 2-minute break, and then we'll come back and break down the first half. You're listening to Viking Basketball on V93.
Hi, this is Brian at Bowen Pharmacy, and we are so excited to have this new compounding lab that we have created and designed to help you choose the different kind of medications that you might need. In here, we do compounding, custom medications for you. We could do bioidentical hormones, so that's testosterone, estrogen, progesterone. We could do DHEA. We could do any of those medications to help you level out those hormones to help you stay healthy and better. We could do troches. We could do capsules. We can even do rapidly dissolved tablets, all right here at Bowen Pharmacy in Parsons, Kansas. We even have great diaper rash cream that will help your baby heal and be better and safer in the long run. Once again, we're always thankful that you choose Bowen Pharmacy to be your local provider and to make you better and to help you stay healthier and live longer. Thank you and enjoy the day.
Hey Parsons, I'm Anna. This is Raven. We're the Anna and Raven Show, and we can't wait to wake you up on Variety 93.5.
We're the show that's all about relationships. So if it's going on at home, at work, in your life, we want to know about it.
Also, every day a couple joins us for Couples Court. They tell us what their disagreement is about, and then it's up to you to decide who's right.
Want to win cash? You can challenge me daily in pop culture trivia. It's called Can't Beat Raven. Beat me, and you get the jackpot.
Get ready to laugh, Labette County. We're the Anna and Raven Show on Variety 93.5.
The Anna and Raven Show.
Welcome back. Harold C. Johnson Gymnasium, Parsons High School. Tony Fuentes, Scott Marlowe, Drew Fuentes taking care of our live stream. Karen back in the KLKC studio passing us through. And we are at halftime. Lady Vikes lead 24-22. Go down the scores real quick. Valentine Florence with 4, Kendall Lyons 4, Patel with 3, Sydney Scheibe with 2, Nia Hinman 5, and Louisa Hansman 6. For the Blue Comets, Peyton Shields with 3, Kelsey Haviland with 6, Ashley Haviland with 3, Tyra Bogle 2, and Jalen Smith with 8. And Scott, I can't really put my finger on what's wrong, but it just doesn't seems like we're just a little bit out of sorts.
Yeah, I still feel that the Lady Vikes are going to attack that 1-3-1 better in the second half than they did in the first. It's just something that you don't see a lot of throughout the year, and it's hard to practice against it, I'm sure, to get ready for it. But now they've seen it for 16 minutes, and they've missed some open looks. I know Sydney Scheibe feels like she should have knocked down a couple of her three-pointers. But I look up at the scoreboard, it's a 2-point game, and some of the stats that were a little lopsided one way or the other have evened out at the break. I have both teams with 8 offensive rebounds, both teams with 7 defensive rebounds, and then 11 turnovers for Chanute and 10 for the Lady Vikes. So with stats like that, I guess we shouldn't be surprised that
the score is pretty close.
But the Lady Vikes, the only thing that they did better on the rebounding the last 5 minutes of the half, but they're going to have to. Rebounding is just so much attitude. You just have to one up more than the other team, and both of these teams I don't think anybody played any man-to-man in that first half. And when you're playing zone, it is a little bit tougher to box out, but you just have to do it. You have to find a body, box somebody out, and then you got to go get the ball. You can't wait for a teammate to do it.
Yep. I agree, totally agree. Yeah, Lady Vikes definitely have the opportunity here to try to, put this game to bed. Hopefully they can, come out with intensity like they did at the beginning of the game, and when they scored that 7 points in the first minute, if they can do something like that in the first couple minutes of the second half and, kind of try to pull away a little bit, kind of get them on their heels, then maybe we can, take advantage of some of the mistakes that they're making.
Yeah, I think the Lady Vikes will be fine. That said, I know Coach Fox, he's always well prepared. He always has his team prepared to play. And as far as adjustments go at halftime, I don't think we're going to see much from either team. I think we're going to. I know we'll continue to see the 1-3-1 from Chanute, and I don't think Coach Scheibe is going to change anything right out of the gate. And then if you find yourself down by 8 or 9 points late in the third quarter, he might go man to man. But it's. I'm a little surprised. I thought the Lady Vikes, like you said, would be up 7-8 points at the break, especially after that great start they had. But, credit to Chanute.
And then when Hansman hit that second three and went up by 6, that's when I thought, I was like, okay, this is kind of where we're going to kind of break free, and then it didn't happen. But I don't think, denying him and playing up high affected a lot of the other team's offenses, but I don't feel like it affected Chanute that much.
Yeah, I was a little surprised by that. I thought she had a couple of steals and she had a couple of near steals. But all in all, I thought Chanute handled it pretty well. They've obviously watched tape, and I'm really not sure how you prepare for Anaya's athleticism out top, but they have handled it better than I thought they would.
Yeah, they definitely worked around it pretty well, and it'll be interesting to see if we can get off to a good start here in the second half.
Yeah, I'm watching Sydney Scheibe warm up. She's knocking down a lot of threes during the break, but they're all from the wing, and that's where she does hit a ton of her three-pointers. Yeah. And honestly, I would like to see her shooting some from the corner, because that's where she's going to find herself open more often than not.
Yeah, I've seen her make about 5 or 6 in a row, all net. So she definitely has the ability. She's just got to create that space to get that look and knock it down. But also, when you're running up and down the court, the adrenaline and everything throws everything a little bit off from just out here, just flat-footed, just throwing it. But hopefully, Lady Vikes can get off to a quick start. Let's take a 1-minute break, and then we'll come back and get ready for the second half. You're listening to Lady Viking Basketball and KLKC V93.
As the area's leading hospital, we believe your best days lies ahead of you. And as a nationally recognized hospital, we work to ensure that your tomorrow can be. At Labette Health, instead of thinking about what you need out of a hospital, we've thought about what you need out of life. And with our multiple award-winning care, we're creating a higher quality of life for our patients. At Labette Health, we center around you.
Hey Parsons, I'm Anna. This is Raven. We're the Anna and Raven Show, and we can't wait to wake you up on Variety 93.5.
We're the show that's all about relationships. So if it's going on at home, at work, in your life, we want to know about it.
Also, every day a couple joins us for Couples Court. They tell us what their disagreement is about, and then it's up to you to decide who's right.
Want to win cash? You can challenge me daily in pop culture trivia. It's called Can't Beat Raven. Beat me, and you get the jackpot.
Get ready to laugh, Labette County. We're the Anna and Raven Show on Variety 93.5.
The Anna and Raven Show.
Welcome back. Harold C. Johnson Gymnasium, Parsons High School. Tony Fuentes, Scott Marlowe, Drew Fuentes taking care of our live stream. And Karen back in the KLKC studio patching us through. And we're about 30 seconds away from starting the second half. And it looks to me like it's the same starters. Maybe not. Ashka Patel setting down. So it looks like Lyons is going in for Patel to start the second half. So it'll be Scheibe, Lyons, Hansman, Hinman, Valentine Florence, Fulmer, Shields, Haviland, Smith, and Bogle for the Lady Blue Comets. And the Lady Vikes will have the first possession. Hansman gets to Scheibe right where she was shooting all those threes warming up, but she was cut off by Shields, so she wasn't able to take the shot. So now Hansman.
There she is.
Yep, wide open is Scheibe, and she knocks it down just like you said, Scott. She needs to get that open corner, and she did. So quick 5-point lead now for the Lady Vikes. So 7:37 to play here, third quarter. 27-22 Lady Vikes. Shields gets the Haviland. Now Smith with it. And Shields trying to penetrate. A little floater in the lane off the mark. A nice rebound by Sydney Scheibe. Scheibe gets it ahead to Hansman. Hansman throws it away. Trying to get it to Nia Hinman, but Tyra Bogle is right there. A little floater, no good. So Chanute just kind of trying to throw some stuff up, and nothing's going yet. So Hansman gets to the Valentine Florence. Now to Scheibe for another open three, and she knocks it down.
And that was a great
Scheibe.
That was great anticipation and great recognition by Valentine Florence.
So now an 8-point lead. And Coach Dustin Fox takes a quick timeout. He's like, I told you she was going to come out here and shoot some threes. I guarantee you that's what he's probably saying. He's like, she hadn't hit a three all game, and I told you that she's available and she's going to hit them. And so he's chatting with his starters right now.
Yeah, that's about as frustrated as I've seen him with his team. You know, he doesn't. Yeah. He's not one of those guys that gets right up in your face and just screams at you. But he looks a little frustrated in that timeout.
He was pointing at him saying, "That's on you and you," and he pointed at those two girls. So Lady Vikes come out with that quick start like we were hoping for. So Lady Vikes lead 30-22, 6:44 left third quarter. And near a turnover, Kendall Lyons with good defense. Now Smith with it. And she's going to have trouble trying to work it down the lane on Hinman. And she ends up throwing it away. Now Hinman with it. And she gets it to go. Nia Hinman I thought they might call her for another charge, and she went just enough to the side, and I think the defender kind of leaned towards her, and the official saw it. So Nia Hinman gets the basket, and she will go to the line to shoot a free throw. So the foul was on Bogle, which would be her second, and Hinman misses the free throw. But the Lady Vikes do have a 10-point lead, 32-22. So Smith with it up top. She's trying to drive on Hinman.
That looked like a foul.
Looked like Hinman fouled her, and there was no whistle. So I guess it's going both ways. So can't complain about it too much.
Oh, great look.
Nice look to Kendall Lyons. Kendall Lyons now with 6 points. So this is
even a better start than they had in the first quarter.
Yeah, this is off to a really good start. So 34-22, Lady Vikes lead by 12. Man, that one looked clean. And so Nia Hinman hacked her last time and didn't get a whistle. And this time it looked like it might have been a clean block, and they call a foul.
I guess it evens out.
Yep. So Nia Hinman picks up her second personal foul. And Peyton Shields will go to the line for 2 free throws. First one's good by Shields. That's the first point of the third quarter for the Lady Blue Comets. And second free throw is also good. So Shields the only one that shot free throws for the Lady Blue Comets. So now a 10-point lead, 34-24. Sydney Scheibe gets the around. Scheibe gets it back, goes baseline, and thought she was going to get a foul call, but no call. And now Hinman got a couple of rebounds and a couple of putbacks that were no good. I think the Lady Vikes are expecting a foul to be called.
Yeah, they need to realize how the officials are calling this game.
And Smith off the mark, but it was ran down by Haviland. Now Kelsey Haviland almost loses it out of bounds. Now Bogle gets all the way across the shield. And Smith trying to spin move on Hinman, just not working. She kicks it back out. Now wide open is Shields, and she misses the three. Smith nearly gets the rebound, but she knocks it out of bounds. A lot of contact there.
Good to see Riley Dunley checking into the game.
Yep, Riley Dunley checks in for the first time, along with Patterson and Patel. So the other Haviland checking in for Bogle. So now Patel will bring it down the floor. Hansman bringing it up. Across to Scheibe. Gets it to Patel, back to Scheibe. Patterson gets it into Dunley. Dunley needs to get out of the lane. Hansman knocks down another three. Louisa Hansman now with 3 3-pointers on the game.
And she's all smiles at the other end of the floor.
37-24. Lady Vikes' biggest lead. 13-point lead. And Coach Fox is going to call a full timeout. So Lady Vikes lead 37-24. Let's take a 30-second break, and then we'll come back. You're listening to Lady Viking Basketball on V93.
At Labette Community College, we're passionate about medicine and compassionate about people. Our highly trained instructors provide innovative career-specific education in the field of diagnostic medical sonography. Do you already have an associate or bachelor's degree in healthcare? Earn an additional certification in sonography. LCC offers a 12-month completely online program with a clinical component. In as little as 1 year, specialize in OB, abdomen, or vascular. For more information, text pound SONO to 620-293-6671 today. Apply online at labette.edu.
Welcome back. Parsons High School, Tony Fuentes, Scott Marlowe, Drew Fuentes doing our live stream. Lady Vikes lead by 13 with 4:09 to play here in the third quarter. So this is what we were hoping for would happen coming out at the first part of this third quarter. I think they're going to call an offensive foul on Smith. Sure enough, that's going to be her first personal.
I don't think that's what Coach Fox had planned coming out of the timeout.
No.
Things are kind of starting to unravel for Chanute here in the third quarter.
Yeah, Smith had 8 points in the first quarter, but she hasn't scored since. Now Sydney Scheibe on a drive to lane gets fouled. We'll see who that's on. It's on Smith as well. So Smith had 0 fouls, and then all of a sudden she has 2 fouls in about 20 seconds. Scheibe at the free throw line knocks down the first one. So Sydney Scheibe now with 9 points. Chance to get the double digits. And she does. So Sydney Scheibe with 10 points in the game. And again, the largest lead for the Lady Vikes at 14. Actually 15 now. 39-24. And off the mark for the Lady Blue Comets, and Patel's going to go the other way with it. Patel gets the Hansman. Hansman not nearly threw it away. She did end up throwing it away. Now Haviland having trouble getting it. But Shields has it now. And Shields is going to go to the rim and off the mark and rebounded by Patterson. So really no offense to say much for the Lady Blue Comets. That one's off the mark by Scheibe. Lady Blue Comets are struggling, but now they get it up the floor to Fulmer. Tries to get it to Shields. Now Louisa Hansman.
Oh, great move.
Nice move, but she missed the layup. So now the Lady Blue Comets going the other way. 2:50 to play, third quarter. 39-24, Lady Vikes lead by 15. Led by 2 at halftime, trailed by 1 in the first quarter. The Lady Vikes are starting to kind of pick up the intensity on the offensive side. Some of the Lady Vikes look like they're winded here. We got 3 or 4 getting ready to check in. And it looks like Patel saved that. I don't know how. And then she missed the 3, but she gets her own rebound. Gets it to Scheibe for 3. In and out. And now Dunley
got a foul.
Fighting for the rebound. And it is fouled on Dunley. So Valentine Florence, Hinman, and the Lions all checking in.
It's got to feel so good. You mentioned the 3 subs checking in.
Yeah.
You know, there's been years where there was nowhere to go.
Yeah.
On the bench. You know,
whenever you have 2 or 3 coming in and it's you lose a lot, but every single one of these girls that are checking in and out of the game are all scorers.
That's right. Oh, good back cut.
And Shields throws it up. It might have been tipped. I thought it was tipped.
She thought she was fouled, and going by her reaction.
Yeah, Coach Fox is like, there's no way. It's either a foul or it's tipped out of bounds off us, and that's what I saw.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the Lady Vikes caught a break on that one.
The refs don't even want to listen to anything the coaches are saying. So Scheibe gets it to Valentine Florence. It's poked away by Shields. Now Lions with it going baseline, and she is fouled by Smith. Now Smith has 3 fouls.
Yeah, I would think that Lions would love this 1-3-1 because she loves to drive baseline.
Oh, yeah. It's usually going to be wide open. And look at Hinman with the inbounds pass.
That was nice.
And Nia Hinman picks up an easy basket to get her to 9 points. And the Lady Vikes now have a 17-point lead. 41-24 with a minute and a half left of the third quarter. Shields with a nice drive.
That was impressive. Got that up over Hinman.
Shields is the only person that has scored for the Lady Blue Comets in this quarter. She's only scored 4 points. That's their first field goal. And Valentine Florence gets tied up by Shields. And it's going the other way.
Yeah, Valentine Florence, we've talked about what a great talent she is, and she's going to have a great career. As a freshman, it seems like every now and then she'll take a couple of dribbles, 2 dribbles too much, if you know what I mean.
Yep. And her defense is swarming right now. And Smith scores it and gets the foul.
And I think she had words for Hinman.
Yeah.
And I don't know that that's a smart thing to do. I don't think you want to get Anaya mad.
No. So that'll be the second foul on Anaya Hinman. Actually, I have her down as a third, but.
And I think one of the officials stepped in to tell Anaya and Smith to kind of chill out a little bit.
Yeah, that should have been Anaya's third, but they only have it up on the board as her second.
Well, we'll take that if it's accurate.
So 41-29, Lady Vikes lead by 12, and Sydney Scheibe gets a little runner to go. So Scheibe now having a really good third quarter, gets the Lady Vikes back to a 14-point lead. 43-29 Lady Vikes with 30 seconds to go, and Shields knocks down another basket.
Just keeping the Lady Blue Comets in it.
Yeah, so now it's a 12-point lead for the Lady Vikes, 43-31. And Brianna Patterson throws up a 3 and no good, and Smith comes out with the rebound. So
I'd like to see the Lady Vikes hold for that last shot.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised Patterson threw that shot up. Now 8 seconds to go here in the third quarter. And Haviland off the mark, no good. And Patterson's getting the rebound. And Patterson almost traveled with it before the buzzer went off. But that's the end of the third quarter. Lady Vikes lead 43-31. Let's take it back to the station for Second break. You're listening to Viking basketball on V93.
At Labette Health, we've earned our place as a top 100 hospital in the nation for joint replacement. Serving a 6-county area since 1961, Labette Health has also earned national recognition as a respected regional medical center renowned for its comprehensive healthcare services and commitment to high-quality patient care. With over 80 physicians and providers throughout Southeast Kansas, Labette Health is 100% devoted to medical excellence. For more information or to find a provider near you, call 620-421-4881 or visit labettehealth.com.
Welcome back. Parsons High School, Tony Fuentes, Scott Marlowe, Drew Fuentes doing a live stream. We are now at the fourth quarter. Lady Vikes lead by 12. They got that really good start that we talked about at halftime, Scott.
Yeah, they were outstanding in the third quarter. If they duplicate that effort in the fourth quarter, they should get out of here with a win.
Yep, Sydney Scheibe off the three and knocks it down. So she's starting right where she left off in the third quarter with another three. That's her third of the night. So her and Louise Hansman both have 3 3-pointers. Now Lady Vikes back to a 15-point lead. Bogle with it, trying to drive, and she's fouled, and she gets the bucket.
Yeah, this Chanute team will not throw in the towel.
No.
They will fight to the end.
That's kind of surprising. That's only Bogle's 4th point. You know, you'd think she'd be more involved in the offense.
And we have a timeout on the floor.
Yeah, we got a timeout by Coach Pat Scheibe. So let's take it back to the station for a 30-second break. You're listening to Lady Viking basketball on V93.
Hey Parsons, I'm Anna. This is Raven. We're the Anna and Raven Show, and we can't wait to wake you up on Variety 93.5.
We're the show that's all about relationships. So if it's going on at home, at work, in your life, we want to know about it.
Also, every day a couple joins us for Couples Court. They tell us what their disagreement is about, and then it's up to you to decide who's right.
Want to win cash? You can challenge me daily in pop culture trivia. It's called Can't Beat Raven. Beat me, and you get the jackpot.
Get ready to laugh, Labette County. We're the Anna and Raven Show on Variety 93.5.
The Anna and Raven Show.
Welcome back. Harold C. Johnson Gymnasium, Parsons High School. Tony Fuentes, Scott Marlowe. Scott, 13-point lead. Bogle can cut it to 12, but I feel like if the Lady Vikes take care of the ball and just continue to run, you know, a pretty good offense, I think they should be able to come out of here with the win tonight.
Yeah, if they play smart basketball, they should be fine.
Tyra Bogle does make the free throw. And still by Bogle. Like you were talking about the freshman, sometimes she just has freshman things happen, you know. She is a very good talent, but there's times that she does make some mistakes. And she got the turnover, and then she fouled Bogle. Now Tyra Bogle missed that free throw.
Who's it going to? Chanute doesn't like that. It's going to go over to the Lady Vikes.
Yeah, off of Fulmer. It looked like it went off of her. So.
Oh, are they going to overrule? Yes, they are.
Well. So Chanute Blue Comets will retain possession here. And Chanute gets it inbounds to Fulmer. Out to Havland. Havland trying to drive.
Yeah,
looked like she pushed off. I was going to say she either pushed off or took steps, one of the two. So Lady Blue Comets turn it back over to the Lady Vikes. 7:19 to play in the ball game. 46-36. And a near steal by Bogle. So Bogle's starting to be pretty active here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, she's been relatively quiet. She's really picking things up here in the final quarter.
And trying to get it down low to Nia Hinman. And stolen away. So 10-point lead for the Lady Vikes. And Shields gets it to Smith. And she scores it. So Smith now with 13 points. And they call a travel on the Lady Vikes.
Turnovers starting to pile up on the Lady Vikes all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And, they had a nice, they got up to about a 14, 15-point lead. And, man, now
last
down to 8.
last 3 possessions, we haven't got a shot off. Had 3 turnovers with no shots. So 46-38. So an 8-point lead now. And now Smith with another easy basket.
Yeah, that was too easy.
So now it's down to 6-point game. So this is trouble. We had it all the way up to a 15-point lead at one time. Now Hansman almost trapped at the top. Now Scheibe thought about a 3. Now she's going all the way across, and Patel shoots a 3 and knocks it down. Ashka Patel with her second 3 of the game. Had one early, now has one late. 9-point Lady Vike lead, 49-40, 5:56 to play in the ball game. Now the Lady Blue Comets trying to get something going, poked away, and Anaya Hinman gets it. So now Scheibe with it. Gets it back to Hansman. Hansman goes back to Scheibe for an open 3. She buries it. Sydney Scheibe with 4 threes. 2 in the third quarter, 2 in the fourth quarter, just when we needed them. Back to a 12-point lead just like that, Scott.
Yeah, that could be a backbreaker for Chanute. Got within 6, and then just like that, they're down by 12.
Yep, now Haviland, stolen by Scheibe. Scheibe wants to take it all the way. She's not going to stop.
That's a charge.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And she knew it.
Yeah, she's got to recognize that, Scott, and just pull up and just take a shot.
Yeah. It's funny, even on a call that obvious.
Yeah.
The officials still hear it from the crowd. Nobody is ever happy. Well, I should say half the crowd is happy, half is not.
Yeah, you're always going to have somebody upset no matter what. You can't call a perfect game. So, but the Blue Comets do turn it right back over to the Lady Vikes. So 5 minutes to play, 52-40.
Nice response by the Lady Vikes.
Scheibe back to Hansman. Over to Lyon. Lyons for a 3 off the mark. But, man, I'm going to call a jump ball. And the Lady Blue Comets will go the other way. 4:41 to play in the ball game. They get it to Smith. She has it stolen away, but then Haviland steals it right back. And now Lyons, didn't look like Lyons did much there, but they're going to whistle her for the foul.
The 1-and-1.
And that's only Kendall's first foul. So 1-and-1 will be Ashley Haviland. Off the mark. And Lyons with a nice rebound. Now Hansman. 4:27 to play. Scheibe with it, going baseline. Nice little floater, just barely short. Now Bogle trying to get something going quickly here. Haviland. Nice ball movement by the Lady Blue Comets. Shields blocked. Blocked by Lyons. They're going to whistle Lyons for a foul.
Yeah, Coach Scheibe is asking for a jump ball.
So now Jalen Smith will go to the line for a 1-and-1. And she misses it. So 2 1-and-1s in a row. And Chanute misses both of them, Scott.
Yeah, and I was thinking to myself before that first miss that, they're typically good free throw shooters, girls and boys up at Chanute, but they've missed out on some opportunities here in the fourth quarter.
Yep, Jalen Smith picks up her 4th personal, so she's definitely going to have to watch it the rest of the way. But she gets a steal there, throws it off of Lyons.
And she didn't need to do that.
Yeah, I don't think Lyons liked that too much.
Yeah, she did that not to save the possession, but just out of frustration.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised the refs didn't say something to her.
Yep, now Shields with it. 3:40 to play. Smith. Nice spin move, block.
Oh, that was a clean block.
Looked like a good block by Hinman. So 52-40, 3:35 to play in the ball game. Jalen Smith will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Nia Hinman says on the board 3, but that should have been her 4th.
Wow.
And Smith missed the first free throw, makes the second one. So she's 2 for 4 on the night from the free throw line. So Nia Hinman gets it in the handsman. 11-point Lady Vike lead, 3:30 to play in the ball game. Handsman guarded pretty hard by Lady Blue Comets. Scheibe with it. She gets it down the Lions. Lions with a little floater. Yeah, she doesn't need to force that shot.
Good
nice
look.
look to Hinman. And just barely missed it. So really good ball movement, good offensive play, just didn't go. Lady Blue Comets with less than 3 minutes, down by 11, shoot a 3 and miss it. But they get an offensive rebound. Now Havlin gets it poked away by Hinman, so Lady Blue Comets will retain possession with 2:49 to play in the ball game.
Again, these are always unofficial stats, but I only show Chanute with 2 offensive boards in the second half.
Wow.
So Lady Vikes have done a much better job keeping the Blue Comets off the offensive glass.
Yep, Patel and Valentine Florence check back in for the Lady Vikes. So Hansman, Hinman, Scheibe, Valentine Florence, Patel on the floor. Now Shields for a 3, and it's an air ball. I don't know if that's the one they want shooting the 3s.
Yeah, I think the Lady Vikes know that too. I've noticed they've left her open a lot tonight, and I think has she hit any? Maybe one?
No, she hadn't hit any 3s.
Yeah.
She just had about 3 2s, but now the Lady Vikes turn it over.
Yeah, that was a silly pass.
And now Patel almost steals it back. I think if Patel stayed on Shields there, she might have got a 10-second call. And knocks down a 3 is Tyra Bogle. Now she has 8 points in the 4th quarter to get her into double digits. Yeah, if she would have done that the whole game, we'd have been in trouble.
Wow.
Now another steal by Shields. Valentine Florence just
caught a break there.
Struggled. This might be her most turnovers this year. Hansman with it. 1:52 to play in the ball game. Lady Vikes lead by 8. But
going to do a lot of trapping.
I agree with running some clock, but we need to still probably try to score here, because if they get a steal like that, they can cut it to a 6-point game. Now they get ahead to Fulmer. Fulmer with the layup, and now it's a 6-point ball game. And that's Fulmer's first basket of the ball game.
Yeah, the Lady Vikes got a little bit lackadaisical, Tony. They built a nice lead, got a double-digit lead again off those 2 3-pointers.
Yeah.
And just have not taken good care of the basketball. And all of a sudden, 2-possession game, and Chanute has a foul to give yet, so they can play very aggressively on defense.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, Chanute's not going to go away. Even when they're down by 15, they're fighting hard. They're going for every rebound. They're playing tough defense. And, very well coached.
Yeah, Lady Vikes are going to have to get the ball into the front court. And I don't know how soon Coach Fox will start putting the Lady Vikes on the line. But looks like to seal this victory, Lady Vikes obviously will have to continue to take care of the basketball. And they're going to have to knock down a handful of free throws to close this one out.
We've turned it over to them two out of the last 3 possessions. So It doesn't look very good on just trying to run out the clock.
And they're picking up full court. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if the Lady Vikes try to sneak somebody long here.
Yep, Hinman.
Hinman's out at half court. They
so
might try a baseball pass to Hinman.
Yep, they just get it in the handsman. And then if Shields wouldn't have slipped there, she might have gotten a steal. I think she just slipped just a little bit. Now Peyton Shields picks up her third personal. And like you said, they had fouls to give, so that one results in nothing. Now get it into Scheibe. And another steal. Bogle with it. She's going all the way. Wow, I'm not sure on that call, but Louisa
That
Hansen.
could have gone either way. Coach Scheibe wanted the travel. There was a little contact.
So Louise Hansen.
Referee says the bump caused the travel. Wow, this is going to be a lot closer than we thought, Tony.
Yep. 52-46. Bogle misses the front end of the two shots. So they've missed some free throws.
Yeah, they've missed a handful here in the fourth quarter.
And she missed the second one.
Hinman
big
comes
rebound. Down. Now Hansman almost, they do throw it away. Bogle with it again. And she almost throws it away. Now Shields has it. So 1:11 to play in the ball game. And Bogle with the three. Man, that would have cut the lead to 3. So now Scheibe having trouble with it. Wow.
A little bit surprised the Lady Vikes have been this careless with the ball. And, of course, you have to give some credit, obviously, to the Chanute defense. But Lady Vikings, with the athletes they have and the ball handlers they have, and all of a sudden they've ballooned to 12 turnovers here in the second half, 22 for the game.
So Sydney Scheibe at the line for a 1-and-1. Much needed free throw here. And she gets it. So Sydney Scheibe leading all scorers now.
Just a sophomore, Tony, but looked very comfortable in this situation.
Yep, knocks them both down. She gets up to 20 points now. That's a pretty good game for Sydney.
Yeah, she had, 2 at halftime?
Yeah. Yeah, she had 10 in the third, and now she has 8 in the fourth. So Lady Vikes lead by 8, 1:01 to play. We'll just keep it here. Yeah, I feel like if the Lady Vikes are going to continue their winning here in the SEK, they're going to have to take care of the ball better.
Yeah.
I mean, it just seems like in the last few games, just a lot of careless passes.
Yeah.
And almost, I don't want to say they expect to win or expect the other team to play softer because we're playing better, but
yeah,
it just seems like at sometimes they almost look like they're just walking through the motions of it. And
they hit those 15 threes in the first round of the Lancer Classic, and you hit 15 threes, you're going to have an easy win 99% of the time. And they have so many good shooters. They had 2 or 3 good shooting games, and then sometimes if you're, it's not always going to be there.
Yeah.
And I think that throws them off a little bit when those threes aren't falling.
Yep, you can't be one side. You can't just expect to knock those down all the time. Now Chanute going really quick the other way, down to 55 seconds. Lady Blue Comets knocked down a 3, so Bogle continues to stay hot. She knocks down another 3.
Another timeout.
30-second timeout by Coach Scheibe. So now it's a 5-point game. So just like that, in 15 seconds, Lady Comets knocked down a 3 and cut it to 5. And this is the closest they've been in quite some time since probably the first 2 minutes of the third quarter.
Even if the Lady Vikings are able to get the ball into the front court without turning it over, it's still just going to be a 1-and-1 situation if they get fouled, and they'll have to hit both of them to get it back up to a 3-possession game. So this game
is far from over.
Yeah, far from over.
Yeah, the next 2 fouls actually are just still 1-and-1.
That's right. So long ways to go in this one. Anybody that's watched very much basketball, and those 46 seconds can take 46 minutes.
Yeah. Hansman the inbounds. And she's
Gotta
having a
get it
little
in.
bit of trouble getting it in.
That's
And she throws it deep to Scheibe. Nearly picked off. Should have been stolen.
And I'm surprised that wasn't a 5-second count. That had to be close.
So Bogle with a near steal again. Tyra Bogle has played 11 points here in the fourth quarter, and I don't know how many steals, but she's had at least 4 steals that I know of, and maybe more. Now Lyons with it, gets it to Hinman. They're playing chase now. And their foul, Hansman, 34 seconds. Man, it seemed like more than 12 seconds should have went off the clock.
Yeah, 34.3, and got one of the seniors headed to the line for a 1-and-1.
Yep, Louisa Hansman has 3 3-pointers. She's got 9 points. Could go double digits. She knocks this one down. She missed it. Just like we said, if she misses that, we're in trouble. Because if they get a quick bucket, it's a one-possession game. Now Bogle for a 3. Man, off the mark.
Great rebound by Hansman.
Hansman's going to go to the line again. She'll have a redemption on the 1-and-1 she missed. So Bogle gets called for her third personal. So still 21 seconds left in the ball game.
And be so big if she could make these, Tony, make it a 3-possession game, and then the Lady Vikes will be in the double bonus the rest of the way.
Yep. Hansman knocks down the first one. So Hansman does get into double digits. I'm pretty sure that's her first double digit of the year.
It could be, yeah. I think you're right.
And the second one is good as well. So 11 points now for Louisa Hansman. She's our foreign exchange student from Germany. And she's going to go to the bench. 21.7 seconds left. Scheibe and Hansman go to the bench. Patterson, Lyons check in. And now Shields going quick the other way. And layup's missed, and Hinman has it. Gets it to head to Lyons. Gets it to Valentine Florence. She stops very smartly. And she's running a lot of clock. Now Kendall has it. Now Kendall Lyons will go to the line with 1 second left in the ball game. So the Lady Vikings are going to escape here with a win.
It wasn't always pretty, Tony, but the Lady Vikings, you know, they survived 2 or 3 charges from Chanute. You know, we knew Chanute wouldn't go away, and, you know, Lady Vikes had trouble with some turnovers there in the fourth quarter, but they did what they had to do to get the win. So hats off to Coach Scheibe and the girls.
Kendall Lyons at the line, knocks down the first free throw. That gets her to 7 points on the night. Lyons at the line for one more. Misses the second one. So Lady Vikes will win this one 57-49. So Lady Vikes getting in the victory column after the loss last Friday. So we're going to take about a 2-minute break, and then we'll come back to do the Bowen Pharmacy post-game report for the Lady Vikings victory. You're listening to Lady Viking Basketball on B93.
Hi, this is Brian at Bowen Pharmacy, and today I'd like to visit with you about how you take your medications. Did you know that when you miss 2 doses per week, that's 3.5 months out of the year that you missed your medications, and that can have detrimental effects on your health in a long time period. Here at Bowen Pharmacy, we have this great new machine called the Rapid Pack RX, and what this machine does is it takes all your medications, filters it down, and puts in this nice strip right here that you can pull out of this box. And at any time of the day that you need your medication, it's right here ready for you. Whether you take it 1 a day, 2 a day, 5 a day, or 6 times per day, we can make that happen for you. It's all interfaced with our pharmacy system, and when it runs through, it puts all those times down for you. It even prints the medications on the strip, and you can take it throughout the day without having to take your bottles with you. It helps you stay compliant, helps you stay healthy, and it's going to give you a long life to live to enjoy. Here at Bowen Pharmacy, we're always thankful that you choose us to be your local provider. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Labette Community College is meeting the need for an increased demand in qualified radiographers. Our radiography students will train on the latest technology in a hospital simulation environment.
I wanted to be able to go into a career where I could help people. And if you're going to go into that field in this part of the four-state area, LCC is the only place to come.
Tuition is nearly half the cost of universities. Scholarship and financial aid available for those who qualify. Text radiography to 620-293-6671 for more information or visit labette.edu.
As the area's leading hospital, we believe your best days lies ahead of you. And as a nationally recognized hospital, we work to ensure that your tomorrows are the best they can be. At Labette Health, instead of thinking about what you need out of a hospital, we've thought about what you need out of life. And with our multiple award-winning care, we're creating a higher quality of life for our patients. At Labette Health, we center around you.
And let's run down the scores. First for the Lady Blue Comets, Jalen Smith with 16, Tyra Bogle with 13, 11 of them in the fourth quarter. Peyton Shields with 9, Kelsey Havlin 6, Ashley Havlin 3, Kearney Fulmer with 2. Lady Vikes are led by Sydney Scheibe with 20, followed by Louisa Hansman with 11, Anaya Hinman with 9, Kendall Lyons with 7, Oscar Patel with 6, and Ellie Valentine Florence with 4. So Lady Vikes come out of here escape with an 8-point victory, 57-49. But I felt at times that, you know, we were kind of in panic mode, Scott. But
yeah.
And then there's other times that we looked really, really good.
Yeah, it was essentially a game of runs, not from start to finish. But, you know, the Lady Vikes had the quick start in the first quarter, the quick start in the third quarter. Built, you know, we got out to about a 15-point lead on a couple of occasions. And then, what, 3 or 4 good comebacks by Chanute. They never got closer than, I think, 4 or 5.
Yeah.
But, you know, the Lady Vikes were always there. I know one time when Chanute got within 6, Lady Vikes hit back-to-back threes to push it back out to 12 points. And, you know, Lady Vikes, they didn't hit all their free throws, but they, you know, they hit enough down the stretch to keep Chanute at arm's length. And, you know, after having that tough loss up at Fort Scott, you know, this was one that the Lady Vikes had to have. And I think we probably said this after the Fort Scott game. They pretty much have to have all of them the rest of the way. If they want to stay in contention for that SEK title, they're going to have to run the table the rest of the way and get those get-back wins against Fort Scott and the Lady Grizzlies.
Exactly. So we talked a little bit about the freshman Valentine Florence. You know, she at times, you know, she looks great. Yep. I think she was our leading scorer probably 3 or 4 times this year already.
Right.
And I felt like tonight she just kind of wasn't with it. She only had 4 points, and both 2 in the first quarter, 2 in the second quarter, and didn't score in the second half. You know, I kind of feel like maybe, you know, she was just a little off tonight. And I hope, you know, because we're going to need her scoring on Friday night at Labette County, because we're going to need all hands on deck and everyone to be sharp, or we're going to, you know, be in for it again. So
yeah, I'm hoping. Ellie, she seems like the kind of player that she's probably not going to have, and I hate to even say that she had an off night tonight. She kind of did, because she had some uncharacteristic turnovers, and like you said, she didn't shoot the ball as well as normal. But so if we called it an off night, I don't see her having 2 off nights in a row.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think, you know, I think she'll come out and play a solid game on Friday. And Lady Vikes, they got some things going on from the 3-point line tonight. They were hot, then cold, and then kind of heated up again. And down against Labette County, I think they only lost by 1.
39-38.
And so it'll be a winnable game. And I know the Lady Vikings want that revenge, you know, they're right in the thick of things for that SEK title, but they are probably going to have to win out.
Yeah, And it's been a while since the Lady Vikes have had a victory against Labette County.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can, go down there and at least put up a good fight on the Lady Viking side. And well, let's get ready for this. It should be a good matchup here on the boys' side.
Yeah, it's the boys 3-9 and 2-3 in the SEK had a hard-fought win up at Fort Scott last Friday night, and that's even when we had Derek Williams and Daquan Johnson and those guys, I remember going up there a couple of years ago,
and struggling and losing.
Got up like 14-0, and didn't put it away until late.
Yeah,
and then we have had some losses where you kind of just walk out of the gym kind of scratching your head.
Yeah, I can remember. I think it was 2 years ago when we still had a pretty solid crew up there, and I remember coming out there with the loss and just thinking, how did that happen? It's just like what is going on here? I think these boys have the opportunity to beat some teams here in the SEK. They just have to put all 4 quarters together.
Yeah, I would think that these teams tonight will be pretty evenly matched.
Yeah.
All in all, neither team is real big. Both teams can shoot the ball pretty well from the outside. Parsons, with Landon Wheat down there, they might have a slight advantage down in the paint when he's on the floor, along with Hunter Brownwell. But we'll see how things play out. Looks like Coach Scheibe has made his way up to our broadcast area.
Can you hear us, Coach?
Yes.
Coach, it wasn't easy. Should you guys maintain the lead once you got it there from the second quarter on? I think you maybe held the lead. I know you did the entire second half, but what does that say about your team? Because they had a lot of turnovers late that helped Chanute get back into it. But man, your girls did not fold. They knocked down some free throws and a much-needed win after the loss at Fort Scott on Friday.
Yeah, I don't. You got to give Chanute credit. They came to play tonight, and they really played hard. But tell you what, we killed ourselves with turnovers tonight. I think we had 22 or so. We had one girl have 9, one girl have a 7. But there was just. I talked to him at the end of the game. It's just make the easy pass sometimes. We're trying to skip the pass. When we got a pass right there. But I'm proud of the way they held it together somewhat there at the end. To win the game, make some free throws down the stretch. But we have to get much better on still rebounding and definitely not turning the ball over. I didn't think their pressure, was that good to cause us to turn it over 22 times. It was, we got to take care of our own self and take care of the ball.
Yeah, because by my count, I showed you guys with 22 turnovers. Flip side is that I showed Chanute with 24. So basically even, but man, if you can force somebody into 24 turnovers and cut yours in half, I mean, that's a lot of possessions.
Yeah, that's our goal is, to never have more than 15 in a game. And
right.
We like to keep it down around 11 or so. But, some girls stepped up. I thought all the girls played good at times, But, we just got to keep on rolling and keep getting better as a team.
Rivalry game Friday night, rematch with Labette County. They got us by 1 point back in December. What's your take on that one, Coach?
We're definitely ready for that game. We feel like we let one get, slip away here. So, the girls are really pumped for it. And there's no pressure on us. All the pressure's on LC. We're not supposed to win the game. So, that's what's nice. And we can just go down there and play. And I like our chances. I really do.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the win tonight. And we will definitely be there Friday rooting you on against the Grizzlies.
Weather permitting.
Weather permitting, that's right.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, that's a good point by Coach Scheibe. We've got a winter storm moving in tonight. I'm sure everybody is aware of that. And no school tomorrow for USD 503, and I have a feeling there won't be school on Thursday either.
It's not looking good because the temperature, I want to say it's only going to get above 17.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
It'll depend. I guess it'll depend on what they do with the roads.
Yeah.
You know?
I think the city does now have a thing that can put down the stuff beforehand.
I think so.
And they were out spraying it earlier, but then it started raining.
Yep.
So I'm sitting there thinking, well, everything they put down just washed away.
Yeah.
So, it's one of those things with ice and snow. You try to prevent it, and sometimes it's tough.
Yeah, I know it'll be a headache for at least the better part of a week.
Yeah.
I'm sure. So, but hopefully we're able to get the game in Friday night. We'll go and turn our attention to the boys contest. I'll go ahead and run down the starting lineups. First for the visitors from Chanute, they're going to go with 6-foot senior Sean Williams, 6-foot junior Eric Erb, 5'10" sophomore Larson Kester, 6'1" sophomore Caden Seamster, and 6'3" senior Cam Kester. And Tony, those are some familiar names from last year.
Yeah, those Kester boys, they're tough.
So starting tonight for the Vikings, who will be in their home white, 6-foot sophomore J.J. Kendrick, 5'9" junior Jesse Jones, 6'1" senior Cedric Webb, 6'1" senior Paxton Swanson, 6'3" sophomore Landon Wheat. And we talked about the Viking girls still with an outside chance at claiming that SEK title. Boys, they don't have to worry about winning an SEK title this year. And it wasn't that many years ago. We ran the table, went 12-0, and everybody was fat and happy. And these things go in stages. A lot of talent has graduated the last 3 years, and this team just needs to worry about getting better each game.
Oh yeah,
each game. That's all they have to worry about, and with the goal of peaking at Sub-State because they're sitting at 3-9. Best case scenario would be right around for them to go into Sub-State around 500.
Yep,
that's best case scenario, and but that would really improve their chances of getting out of the first round.
And I think like you said, this game here tonight is definitely winnable.
Right.
And I feel like the boys' side can hang with Labette County. I mean, I don't see Labette County as a powerhouse on the boys' side, so I mean it's definitely a winnable game. And even Pittsburgh, I mean they got a couple of really good players, but if we play like we've seen at times we can play, then I think we can beat a lot of teams. I mean, we took Independence to overtime and should have got that win.
Right.
And beat Coffeyville. So, I mean, there's, it's doable for the boys to win, 5 or 6 out of the next 6 games. But,
a lot of things didn't go their way the first half of the season, and those things, especially when, if they were just a bad team, there are a lot of teams out there that only get 3 or 4 wins a year. That just happened. But this team is better than that.
Yeah.
So if they can kind of catch some breaks, and like Coach Houck has talked about in some of our post-game interviews, put together 4 quarters.
Yep.
We've few times we've seen them come out of the locker room, and I'll just say it, they've kind of laid an egg in the third quarter.
Oh yeah.
And then they can't. They're in too big of a hole to get out of it.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting to see. I bet you they think they'll do the national anthem again, Tony.
I don't know.
We'll keep it here. We'll go to a commercial break if they do play the national anthem.
And Scott, I know I've said it a few times, but I'm waiting for Cedric Webb to kind of break out and have, a big game, like a 15 to 20 point game, and he just hasn't done that. And I think he's got the potential. Not everything's clicking. It just sometimes it's just. One thing or another, and he's just out of balance.
Yeah, if we could get double digits from him, that would be huge.
Yeah.
And I expect Jesse Jones to have a good game tonight. He was out of sorts up at Fort Scott. He was. You saw it. I saw it. Everybody that was looking on the live video stream saw it. He was taking like a little extra jump step, traveled several times, and he just didn't realize he was doing it. And I think he's going to have a big night tonight. And that doesn't just mean his point total. I just think he's going to have a solid game.
Yeah. I mean, because we've got guys that can score. I mean, look at Paxton Swanson.
Yeah.
You know, he scored 60 points over a 2-game period.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he's got the potential. And, you know, Landon Wheat, you know, has a lot of potential. But he's still, you know, we still got to remember that this is basically his first year as a varsity player.
Yeah.
And he's even had COVID and missed some games. So, you know, you kind of got to give him a little bit of slack in that case that, you know, but I think, like you said, if we can get peaking at the right time with this boys team, they could be a tough out.
Yeah. And it seems like in the past, both of these teams have played a lot of man-to-man. I'll be curious to see what they do tonight. I know Coach Houck has been playing more zone this year than he typically has. And I think Chanute will open up in a man-to-man, but we'll find out here in just a couple of minutes. And Chanute in their traveling kind of powder blue, light blue uniforms, and Vikings in their home white with the blue and gold trim.
Kind of a different approach there. You know, we have our little celebration happening over here on our side, and over there the head coach is out there with 5 starters, you know, talking there at the free throw line. So kind of a complete different approach on the pregame here.
And we'll see how things play out as we are about ready for the opening tip. Landon Wheat going up against a 6'1 sophomore, Caden Seamster. Seems like he had a pretty good night as a freshman last year against the Vikes. Landon Wheat does win the opening tip, but we are underway. A little bit of a trap out top. Jesse Jones beats the trap, gets into the paint, kicks it out to Swanson, fakes a 3, and there's a steal right out of the gate.
First turnover, man.
Chanute very active on defense. At the other end, layup is missed. And great job by Swanson to get the rebound. He's looking to push the pace. The head to Webb, lobs it up. And then the missed dunk by Wheat. Boy, that would have got the crowd fired up early. And now a foul on Swanson at the other end. Not necessarily a bad play by Wheat, but if he would have grabbed that with 2 hands, Tony, he could have just dropped it in.
Yep, that's too bad.
Williams to throw it in from the baseline. We were just underway in our boys contest. Seamster, nice move in the paint. Picks up his dribble. Gives it off to Erb. Now to Williams in front of the Viking bench. He's guarded by Swanson. Kicks it out for a 3. Chanute usually shoots well from outside. That one's off the mark, though. Rebounded by Swanson. Still tied at 0. 7:09 to go in the first quarter. Kendrick. Well, Chanute, they're in a zone, but they're going to extend it way out toward the half-court line. Over to Jesse. Jump shot from the baseline is perfect.
Good look from Jesse there.
Good look and stroke, and it is 2-0. Vikes on top, 6:45 to go in our opening quarter. Kester almost lost his dribble, gets it back. Dribbles back toward half court. Vikings in a straight man-to-man. Good look underneath. Williams goes up, partially blocked, got it back. Missed a second try, now he kicks it out. The drive on the baseline. Getting cut off is Kester, that's Cam Kester. Williams to Kester. Now to Larson Kester. Chanute being very patient. And in the paint, it's a jump ball situation. Seamster thought he got fouled.
Yeah,
it's going to be, it'll stay with Chanute on the alternating possession. Williams to throw it in again from the baseline. Vikes up 2-0. Good inbound play. Little hook shot goes.
Seamster.
6'1 sophomore gets his first basket. We're tied at 2 with 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Jones picks up his dribble. Over to Kendrick. Bounce pass to Jesse. Long 3 is going to be well short, but there's Cedric for the offensive rebound. Great look, but then a miss by Swanson. You won't me to see Swanson miss very many like that. Kester, good look underneath to Williams. His layup is good. Chanute has their first lead at 4-2, 5.5 minutes to go in our opening quarter. Bounce pass to Kendrick. He lost it, and fortunately he got it back. Webb on the left wing, in front of the Chanute bench. Dangerous pass. That's an easy steal. Going the other way, the layup is good. Seamster makes it 6 unanswered for Chanute. JJ into the paint. Goes up with a tough shot, couldn't get the roll, and it's pulled out by the Blue Comets.
Letting a lot of contact go in this game as well, Scott.
Yeah, they are. No, only one foul called so far. Layup missed at the other end. Vikes need a basket. They're down 6-2. Ball knocked up and comes down to Jesse. He gets into the paint. Layup no good. And the Vikes just cannot corral a loose ball right now, and it's pulled out of there by Chanute. Blue Comets lead at 6-2, 4:39 to go in our opening quarter. Vikes stay in a man-to-man. And a foul on Landon Wheat.
Not a whole lot of turnovers, Scott, but just a lot of missed shots.
Yeah, Vikings had that nice jump shot from the baseline by Jesse to go up 2-zip, and they've been shut out ever since. Washington and Mack into the lineup for the Vikes, replacing Wheat and Kendrick. So a little bit of a sluggish start for the Vikes on the offensive end. They trail 6-2. Larson Kester with it. Seamster wants a three. Couldn't get it to go. That's got to be over the back. Nice box out by Mack. And the foul will go on Eric Erb, the 6-foot junior. Vikes haven't scored for a few minutes here. They're down 6-2. Three-pointer by Swanson. Off the mark. And another rebound by Chanute. They've done a good job keeping the Vikes off the offensive glass. Larson couldn't get a layup to go. Here come the Vikes to the other end. Throw it away. It's going to be run down by Webb. Boy, that's a reach in, sure enough. Foul on Larson Kester. Picks up his first and the team's second. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Chanute leading the Vikes 6-2. Vikes get it into Jones. Back to Mack. Mack over to Jesse. Thought about a three. Now gives it to Swanson. To Washington on the baseline. Gets stuffed. There's Webb. And he can't get it to go. Washington, third try, no good. And pulled out of there by Chanute. But now the Vikings still get it back.
How is there no fouls?
Swanson with the jumper from about 13. No good. And the Vikes ice cold. Had about 5 cracks at it on that trip. Came away empty. And Kester wide open for three, no good. And the Vikes get the defensive rebound. Swanson into the front court. Pulls up from 14, got it.
Much needed.
So it's been a rough first quarter for the Vikes, but with that shot, Tony, they're only down by 2. Larson Kester calls out the play, guarded by Jesse Jones. Jesse was kind of forcing him left, but I think he is a lefty. I'm not sure.
I think you're right.
Great steal by Jesse Jones, and then he lost it out of bounds. Great effort by the 5'9 junior. Comes J.J. Kendrick and Landon Wheat back into the Viking lineup. And Washington will head to the bench along with Jesse Jones. Nope, take that back. Swanson heads to the bench. Chanute with the ball and a 6-4 lead. 2:53 to go in our opening quarter. Lady Vikes won the opener 57-49. Williams kicks it out to Erb. Kester in the paint. He's going to get the roll. He gets his first 2. 8-4. Chanute by 4. 2.5 minutes to go in our opening quarter. And what are they going to call? That could have gone either way. They're going to get the blocking foul on Williams.
He almost called the charge there.
He hesitated.
He reached for it. He reached for it.
Justin Smith into the lineup for the Vikes, replacing Jesse Jones. Vikes only 4 points here in the opening quarter. They're down 8-4. Very active 2-3 zone by Chanute. JJ gets into the teeth of the zone and can't score. And it's pulled out by Kester. Blue Comets with the lead and the ball. In the corner to Williams. Back to Kester. He's got a path to the basket. Missed the layup, gets it back, and then he's fouled underneath, and they're going to give him 2 free throws. 2:05 to go in quarter number 1. Chanute leading it 8-4, and all in all, Tony, I guess I'd say Chanute has looked a little bit better than the Vikes, but a lot of that is just the Vikes haven't been able to get any shots to go down, and even layups.
Yeah, Chanute hasn't looked very good.
They've had some issues as well. Free throw missed by Cam Kester. He'll have one more. He's a 6'3" senior. And give Chanute a 5-point lead. It's short. And the Vikings have the rebound. So a couple of missed free throws on that trip for Kester.
That's not like them. They usually knock down all their free throws.
Yes, they do. Kendrick. Bounce pass. Boy, it was almost stolen, but it was instead a kicked ball by Erb. Smith heads to the bench, replaced by Swanson. Jesse Jones is going to check in as well, and he'll replace Mack. So it's Kendrick. No, now Mack goes back out onto the floor. He actually was replacing Cedric Webb. So Kendrick to throw it in. Gets it into Swanson. Kendrick will kick it out to Mack, and he took steps.
I saw it.
You know, the Vikings, it's kind of like, you know, the Lady Vikings struggle just a little bit with that 1-3-1. The Viking boys having a little bit of trouble with this active zone, but they're doing a better job of getting it into the middle in the paint, and that really opens things up on the perimeter. And I think the Vikings will get this thing figured out as we get into the second quarter here in a few minutes. For now, it's a minute and a half to go in quarter number 1. Williams, spin move, and gets blocked by Kendrick. Vikings looking to run. Jesse keeps it himself, and he gets blocked. And Chanute takes it. Great defense on both ends. Three-pointer from the far side is good. Knocking it down is Seamster. He has 7 points here in the first quarter. Biggest lead for Chanute at 11-4, minute 8 to go in the first quarter. J.J. Kendrick thought about a three. Now he throws it away. Great save by Jones. Gets it back to J.J., and he gets fouled.
It was on the floor. Got kicked in the face.
Man. So the Vikings are going to have to figure things out on the offensive end. They're down 11-4 with 56 seconds to go in quarter number 1. Webb replacing Mack in the Viking lineup.
You know, Scott, you were talking about them getting it in the lane. We're getting it in there, but they're not calling any fouls.
Right.
So
yeah,
it's not doing as much good if we can't make a basket.
JJ to Swanson, fakes a three. Bounce pass to JJ. He'll try a three-pointer. It's short. And another rebound by Chanute. They have really been tough on the glass here in the opening quarter. Williams has it poked away, and the Vikings couldn't save it. Great hustle by Landon Wheat. Down to 36 seconds to go in the first quarter. Chanute leading at 11-4.
Yeah, the offensive side just struggling right now.
Yeah, really, it's the difference has been Caden Seamster's 7 points. That's the difference in the game right now. Pike still in a man-to-man. Williams guarded by Jones. Gets it to Erb. Seamster, a bad pass. The Vikes have it with 20 seconds to go. J.J. Kendrick with it. Now Webb into the paint. Good look to a teammate, and then it's thrown away. Boy, it's been that kind of quarter for the Vikes, and now Chanute will have one last crack at it. Smith replacing Kendrick for these final 8 seconds. Larson Kester into the Chanute lineup, replacing Seamster. 11-4 Chanute. 8 seconds to go in the quarter. Here comes Williams with it into the front court. At the buzzer, a three-pointer is going to be an air ball. Very impressive defensive quarter by Chanute. They lead Parsons at the end of the first 8 minutes, 11-4. We'll take a 30-second break and be right back. You're listening to Viking Basketball on V93.
At Labette Health, we've earned our place as a top 100 hospital in the nation for joint replacement. Serving a 6-county area since 1961, Labette Health has also earned national recognition as a respected regional medical center renowned for its comprehensive healthcare services and commitment to high-quality patient care. With over 80 physicians and providers throughout Southeast Kansas, Labette Health is 100% devoted to medical excellence. For more information or to find a provider near you, call 620-421-4881 or visit labettehealth.com.
Well, it's been a sluggish start for the Vikings here tonight. First home game since December for the Viking boys, and but Tony, one basket for Jesse Jones and one for Swanson, and that was it. No free throws shot by the Vikings in the first quarter. The only good news is that they held Chanute to 11. So that 7 points is not hardly an insurmountable deficit with 3 quarters to go, but they got to get it going on the offensive end.
Yeah, they need to try to set something up for Landon Wheat to post up, because he definitely should be able to score down low on these guys.
As expected, looks like Chanute pretty much stays in that same defense. I'm sure they'll stay in it until the Vikings prove they can score against it. Jesse Jones on the baseline, great move, and he got the roll. Wow. Jesse Jones showing some athleticism. 11-6, Chanute by 5, 7:35 to go in the first half. Parker Henson, 6'1" junior, on the floor for the first time. Washington out on the floor for the Vikings to start the second quarter. Near foul by Swanson, going for the steal. Kester with it. Hands off to Henson. Oh, good cut. And then
wow, I don't even know what happened there.
I thought it came off the backboard. It should have counted, but it's followed in by Erb anyway. Good look underneath to Washington, and he's going to score.
Marion Washington gets a nice needed basket there.
So that makes it 13-8. Chanute by 5. A near steal, knocked out of bounds. I think it's going to stay with Chanute. .651 to go in the first half. Chanute with the ball in a 5-point lead. Here comes Seamster, who's the leading scorer for both teams with 7 points, and he will replace Parker Henson in the Chanute lineup. Larson Kester to throw it in from the corner, lobs it up to Cam Kester, and then a great cut to the basket, and an easy left-handed layup goes down for Erb.
Erb with 2 quick baskets here in the second.
7-point lead for the Blue Comets at 15-8. There it is, Tony. They tried to get it in to Wheat, and it was knocked out of bounds. Blue Comets were ready for that one. But yeah, Wheat can sky over anybody, I think, that Chanute has on the floor. So they should be able to get him some looks. Vikes get it into Washington. He thought he took steps. Instead he gets into the paint. Shot no good. Hustle for the loose ball. Running it down is Jesse Jones. Webb with it. Bounce pass to Kendrick at the free throw line. Jesse for about a 25-footer. In and out, no good. Boy, he can hit it from out there.
That was close.
Kester wants to take it himself. Now he kicks it out to Erb. Seamster wants the 3. Off the mark, no good. But an offensive rebound, and the Blue Comets have it. Cam Kester for 3. Perfect.
Cam Kester, he killed us last year both times.
A double-digit lead for Chanute at 18-8. They typically have some good perimeter shooters every single year. So the Vikes need to get back into this thing before halftime, down by 10. Jesse thought about a 3.
Yeah, I thought he took steps there.
Boy, great drive by Jesse. He has 6 points, 6 of his team's 10. 18-10, Chanute by 8, 5.5 minutes to go in our first half. Larson Kester with it to Williams. Almost got it stolen. The baseline drive and a blocking foul. I think they're going to get Webb.
He might have been moving just a little bit.
I think he was. Picks up his first. Kester looking. That's pretty easy, but then a block by who else? Landon Wheat. Gonna be tough for Seamster to shoot over Wheat. 18-10 is your score. Chanute on top. 5:18 to go in the first half. Williams throwing it in from the baseline. There's an easy cutter to the basket. Layup goes down for Seamster. He now has 9 points. 20-10, Chanute on top. Thought Cedric was going to launch a three. Kendrick dribbling through traffic. It's kicked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Vikings. 5:02 to go in our first half.
Yeah, we got to find a way to try to get Landon Wheat involved in this offense.
Jesse Jones.
That's not a good start.
Ball is, saved in the backcourt. Great hustle by J.J. Kendrick. Saved the possession. To Jesse in the corner to Swanson. He'll pull up. Nope. Gets it into Wheat. Landon, had it poked away.
Man.
This zone is really giving the Vikings fits.
Almost went in.
Almost a steal by the Vikes, but Chanute has it. Williams tries a three. It's an air ball pulled out by Webb. The far sideline, Webb kicks it out to Jesse, fakes the three, now pulls up from 17. Can't get it to go. Chanute continues to dominate the glass. Cam Kester. The Vikes don't pick up the ball very good. Fortunately, the layup missed. Jesse Jones comes down with it. Trying to outrace everybody to the other end. Layup goes down, uses a little bit of English, gets it to go off the glass. He is keeping the Vikings in it. He has 8 of the Vikings' 12. 20-12, though, still an 8-point lead. Kester for three is short. Rebounded by Kendrick. Coach Houck warning his team to pick up the tempo.
They look gassed. I don't know if they can pick it up.
I don't know that they can either. JJ cutting to the basket.
Oh, he should have had an easy layup.
Now to Webb, back to Kendrick. The Vikings had a couple opportunities and they didn't even take the shot.
I'm not sure.
Swanson for three.
What's going on?
In and out. I think they're just tired. And Chanute sees that his team's a little bit gassed and a little bit out of sorts, so he'll go and burn a timeout. 3:28 to go in our first half with Chanute leading at 20-12. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Viking basketball on V93.
Hey Parsons, I'm Anna. This is Raven. We're the Anna and Raven Show, and we can't wait to wake you up on Variety 93.5.
We're the show that's all about relationships. So if it's going on at home, at work, in your life, we want to know about it.
Also, every day a couple joins us for Couples Court. They tell us what their disagreement is about, and then it's up to you to decide who's right.
Want to win cash? You can challenge me daily in pop culture trivia. It's called Can't Beat Raven. Beat me, and you get the jackpot.
Get ready to laugh, Labette County. We're the Anna and Raven Show on Variety 93.5.
The Anna and Raven Show.
.3:28 to go in the first half. Chanute will have possession coming out of this timeout, and they lead at 20-12. They led 11-4 at the end of the first quarter. Tony, just see some glimpses of the Vikings maybe starting to solve that zone, but just on that last possession, I think it was, looked to me like they had 2 great looks, and they passed it up. I mean, I'm talking from about 3 feet.
Yeah, I'm not sure. This doesn't look like J.J. Kendrick's wanting to take shots.
Yeah.
And he's passing up on some pretty easy looks. I think he got blocked on that one try there. Finally, he did take a shot, but I just don't think the comfort zone is there for him.
Trey Mack, Justin Smith on the floor for the Vikings. Coming out of that timeout, Williams guarded by Mack. Gives it to Cam Kester. Kester hands off to Larson Kester. Now to Herb. Now over to Seamster. Again, just a sophomore. Got a lot of varsity minutes as a freshman. And a foul. That'll be the 15th foul on the Vikes. They're going to get Washington with his first.
I think he was super aggressive on Seamster this whole way. I'm surprised it took him that long to call a foul.
Yeah, I am too. And Washington's going to head to the bench, replaced by Jesse Jones. 3:06 to go in the first half. Chanute leading at 20-12. They get it into Seamster, out to Herb. Kicks it out. Larson Kester fakes the three. Williams with it. Good drive in the paint, and he got the roll. He now has 4 points, back to a 10-point lead for the Blue Comets at 22-12. 2:45 to go in the first half. Dangerous pass, and it is a steal. Here comes Chanute. Kester slows things up. Now back to Larson Kester. Boy, they have just stymied the Vikings offense here in the first half. Williams has it poked away, goes into the Viking bench. Stay with Chanute.
We haven't really even got a decent open look for a three.
Yeah.
You know,
they've been very active in the zone. They're extending it way out beyond the three-point line. And the Vikings just have really not attacked it very well here in the first half. Larson Kester gets it into Cam Kester, right back to Larson. Near steal by Jesse. Seamster with it. 2:20 to go in the first half. Chanute in control right now, 22-12. Cam Kester to Seamster. Working it around the perimeter against the Vikings' man-to-man defense. Great drive to the basket, and the layup goes down for Seamster. He says he got fouled, and I think he's right. He's in double figures with 11. Chanute has doubled up the Vikes at 24-12. Mack, skip pass. Boy, Swanson almost lost it. Boy, somehow it gets to Webb, and he's going to lay it in. We'll take it. It wasn't pretty, but the Vikings needed that basket. They need a couple of stops here, too, as we come down the stretch in the first half. 24-14, Chanute. Minute and a half to go in quarter number 2. Erb, guarded by Webb, to Williams. Gets around his man. Layup is short. He missed it.
Man.
Boy, he got around Mack easily, but missed the layup. Jesse Jones into the front court, picks up his dribble, needs help. Swanson gets open for a three, and it's off the mark, no good. Vikes are going to have to find the range from the three-point line in the second half if they're going to get back in this thing. Seamster tipped away. Was it touched? See who they're going to give it to. Seamster says it was touched by the Vikings, and I think he's right.
Yeah.
But Chanute, or rather Parsons, is going to get possession. I think the Vikes caught a break. 24-14, Chanute. Minute to go in the second quarter. Vikings have really struggled with. It's a 2-3 zone, but Chanute extends it to half court, and they do a lot of trapping out of it. And it has stymied the Vikings for the most part here in the first half. J.J. Kendrick, bounce pass to Jesse. Back to J.J. Oh, good look underneath.
Man,
to Swanson, and he scores. Nice job by the Vikings. Yeah, he hesitated just a minute and almost took steps as a result of it. Vikes within 8 at 24-16, 25 seconds to go. A near steal, and it'll stay with Chanute. I think that was the right call. 25 seconds left in the first half. At this point, if they can go to the locker room down just single digits, they'd have to feel pretty lucky.
Yeah, no kidding, because Chanute's had so many opportunities that they've missed that they could have blown this game out.
Cam Kester with it out top. Puts it on the floor now. Top to Parker Henson. Down to 13 seconds. Erb fakes the three. Looks like Chanute holding for that last shot. Here it is by Kester for three. No good. Vikes have time. 4 seconds. Cedric Webb with 2 seconds. Will he get the shot off? He doesn't. He lost it out of bounds. And halftime is here with your score. Chanute 24, Parsons 16. We'll be back in 3 minutes. You're listening to Viking Basketball on B93.
Hi, this is Brian at Bowen Pharmacy, and we are so excited to have this new compounding lab that we have created and designed to help you choose the different kind of medications that you might need. In here, we do compounding, custom medications for you. We could do bioidentical hormones, so that's testosterone, estrogen, progesterone. We could do DHEA. We could do any of those medications to help you level out those hormones to help you stay healthy and better. We could do troches. We could do capsules. We can even do rapidly dissolved tablets, all right here at Bowen Pharmacy in Parsons, Kansas. We even have great diaper rash cream that will help your baby heal and be better and safer in the long run. Once again, we're always thankful that you choose Bowen Pharmacy to be your local provider and to make you better and to help you stay healthier and live longer. Thank you and enjoy the day.
And we're back live at Harold C. Johnson Gymnasium at Parsons High School. We are at halftime of our varsity boys contest. Chanute leading at 24-16. Tony, I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, Vikings have come out 2 or 3 times this year and kind of laid an egg in the third quarter.
Yeah.
They have to do the complete opposite tonight. They're going to have to come out with some fire. I know Coach Houck will make some adjustments, and I think the offense will look a little bit better, hopefully a lot better, in the second half, because I can guarantee if you go into the fourth quarter down 8, 9, 10 points to this Chanute team, you're probably not going to be able to come back, because they handle the ball well, they pass the ball well, and they shoot free throws well.
Yep. And the crazy thing, I'm sitting there looking, we don't have a single free throw.
Right.
But the refs are letting them play.
They are letting a lot of contact go.
There was so much contact that it was almost ridiculous.
Yeah, and it's almost like that seems to be the way that the games are all of a sudden being called. You know, we've seen several games now, girls' side and boys' side. I mean, you said we didn't shoot any free throws. Chanute only shot 2, and they missed both of theirs. So no points from the charity stripe for either team in the first half. I'll go ahead and run down the scoring totals for our listeners. Caden Seamster, the 6'1 sophomore, leading all scorers with 11 points, 5 points for Cam Kester, and 4 points apiece for Eric Erb and Sean Williams. Leading the way for the Vikings, 5'9 junior Jesse Jones with 8 points, then 4 points for Paxton Swanson, and 2 points apiece for Cedric Webb and Jamarion Washington. And Tony, you mentioned J.J. Kendrick. Looked like he wasn't wanting to shoot. Joe Page hasn't been able to play a lot of varsity minutes lately. I think he played at least 3 quarters in the JV game.
I was going to say, I seen him out there playing quite a bit, so I was kind of excited with him playing that much. Yeah. And then I seen him without his warm-up on.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there thinking, well, we're going to get to see him pretty early.
Yeah.
And
hopefully we'll see him in the second half.
We're yet to see him. So
he's a big body, and he's if he's open, he's going to shoot.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
He's got a nice touch from the outside. But yeah, the Vikings, man, they've got a lot of work to do, because you have a feeling that the way this game is progressing, 8 points might all of a sudden start to feel like 14 or 15 points, because it's just that there's a lid on the basket. But that can change in a hurry. If the Vikings can come out and knock down a couple of threes, everything could change. But you mentioned it earlier in the broadcast. I mean, even though Chanute's playing a zone, boy, they are out on our shooters. We are not getting any good looks.
Nothing. And it's just, when in Swanson, even on the 3 he took from just right over here to the left of us, I mean, Herb was right there in his face. I mean, everything is contested. And but the thing I was impressed with on the Parsons side was Jamarion Washington just continues to get a little bit more familiar in the offense and a little bit more comfortable out there, because the first few times he went in, Scott, he did not look comfortable on the floor. And now he's starting to kind of get the feel and get in there, and he got a nice bucket. But we definitely need to get him some more offensive rebounds and putbacks. If we can get a couple of putbacks from him, and we've got to get Landon Weed involved. I mean, 0 points.
Yeah.
To me, that's unacceptable. I mean, if I'm the coach, I'm upset about that.
And I don't think against that zone it would be that hard, because we had no problem getting the ball right into the middle of the zone to J.J. Kendrick. If we could get the ball to Landon Wheat there, and he goes up immediately. I'm not talking 2 feet from the basket. We're 6, 7, 8 feet out.
It can just be a little floater.
Yeah, he can just turn around, and he's not going to get his shot blocked.
No.
If he turns, he's got long arms. He can jump higher than anybody else in this gymnasium. And I'm sure that was a point of emphasis in the locker room. Coach Houck is going to want to get Landon involved in the offense in the second half. Again, go ahead, Tony.
I was going to say that. I know they tried to get that lob to him for a dunk early. Yeah. If you're going to do that, get it to him for a layup. I mean, if he just comes down with it and goes back up, that's an easy bucket. So I don't know. It's kind of frustrating.
I think the first 4 or 5 minutes of the second half may very well decide this game. If the Vikings,
I agree.
If they can get it down to a one-possession game, halfway through the third quarter, then it's anybody's ball game. But if it goes in the other direction and they find themselves down by 12 or 13, that is going to be a very, very tall task against this Chanute ball club.
And I know in the past, Chanute loves to shoot the threes. And if Cam Kester and Seamster get hot from three, it could be game over then.
Yeah, the Vikings are going to have to play. They played pretty well defensively. They held Chanute to 24 points, but they're going to have to keep doing that, and then they've got to get things going on the offensive end. We've still got about a minute to go before play resumes. I'm just going to go ahead and run down. I want to thank all of our sponsors who are bringing you Viking basketball this season, starting with Elm Haven and Woodridge Estates, Labette Banks, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Home, Clemens Insurance, Eye Care Associates, Doctors Gilmore and Newland, Labette Health, Labette Community College, Commercial Bank, Herman Lumber, Carson Wall Funeral Home, Bartlett Co-op, Labette Center for Mental Health Services, also Wood Doolahary Insurance and Real Estate, Bowen Pharmacy, Roy's Auto Service, Parsons Education Foundation, Community National Bank, USD 503, Tank Connections, Strategic Partners, Betty Blueball with State Farm Insurance, SEK Orthopedic Clinic, and last but not least, Parcom, bringing you Viking basketball. And Tony, we'll see what the Vikings do. I can't imagine that Chanute will do anything different on defense if you hold a team to 16 points for an entire half. Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So
their coach has got to be very, very happy with holding us to 16 points.
And they do get the first ball, Chanute does, so right out of the gate they'll have a chance for a double-digit lead. Looks like the Vikings will go with a straight man-to-man. That's how they opened the game. Played man-to-man most of the first half. Seamster to Williams. Larson Kester for three. Well short and rebounded by the Vikes. Webb has it. He gets fouled. Again, no call. Trying to take it in. Gives it. There's Wheat, and he scores. Wow. Tony, that's what you wanted.
That's what we've been looking for. We asked for the girls to come out on the hot streak and to start the second half, and they did. And now we asked for Lana Wheat to get a little action, and he does.
Vikes within 6. Kester wants another three. That one's off. He's 0 for 2.
How's that not a foul?
Yeah, that was over the back.
Holy
Vikings get it anyway. J.J. Kendrick with it. Looks like the Vikings are going to want to go faster on offense. It looks like Coach Houck is really wanting them to pick up the tempo. Probably thought they were being a little bit too lackadaisical against that zone in the first half.
I agree with Coach Houck on that because the 5 that are on the floor after them, the one player they had coming in, is definitely not involved in the offense at all.
And Kendrick gets a man in the air, and he scores. So 4 quick points for the Vikings, just what they needed. 24-20, Vikes down by 4. 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Williams guarded by Webb, over to Erb. Guarded way out there by Landon Wheat. Sean Williams into the paint. Nice drive, couldn't get it to go. Erb with the offensive rebound. Out to Seamster. Now to Erb at the top of the key. One dribble, now to Williams. Cam Kester. Oh, good look underneath, but great anticipation and good hustle by Cedric Webb. Knocks that pass out of bounds. That probably saved a layup.
I was going to say, Chanute's got to be happy with the matchup. Kester was on JJ a minute ago, but now they switched it out.
Boy, Vikes had a poor closeout. Easy three-pointer goes down for Eric Erb. He was wide open. He now has 7 points, and it's a 7-point lead for Chanute. And I don't know what happened there, but a pass is going to be picked off by Erb. I'm not sure who Swanson was trying to get that one to. Down low to Williams. Goes up, misses it off the glass. Tip try, no good. And it is saved. Great job by Chanute. Kester, floater in the lane, can't get it to go. Vikings cannot run it down. Cam Kester, another opportunity. Has it stolen away.
Man, there is so much contact.
Here come the Vikes, down by 7. Webb kicks it in the corner to Swanson for a 3. No good, and rebounded by Seamster. Chanute has been the better team on the glass tonight. Larson Kester has it knocked out of bounds by Swanson. So the Vikings got to within 4, but then they left Eric Erb wide open on an inbound play, and he knocked down the 3. to put Chanute back up by 7, and they have a chance to go up by 9 or 10 right here. 5:46 to go in the third quarter. Chanute by 7. Larson Kester gets it into Williams. In the corner to Kester. That's Cam Kester, guarded by Washington. Goes baseline and scores off the glass.
Yeah, he's athletic.
He's tough. 7 points for Cam Kester, back to a 9-point lead for the Blue Comets. And then a pass deflected out of bounds. Jones was trying to get it down low to Washington. But you can tell the Vikings are really trying to pick up the tempo. And I think if they could ever corral a defensive rebound, Tony, they'd probably be trying to get out in transition.
Yep.
Swanson with it. Almost took steps. Lobs it up to Wheat. He lost it. Oh, great save by Cedric Webb. Now he needs help. Back to Landon. Wheat skip pass. Knocked out of bounds by Seamster. 5:11 to go in our third quarter. Chanute leading at 29-20. Vikes led 2-0. That was their only lead of the ball game. Jesse Jones to Swanson. Fakes a 3. Stuck at the top of the key. Gives it to Washington. Kicks it out to Jesse. He pulls up from the baseline.
Nice.
That was his first basket of the game back in the first quarter. Almost a carbon copy, except it was at the other end of the floor. Nice job. Jesse knocks it down from about 16. He's in double figures with 10. 29-22, 7-point lead for Chanute. 4:40 to go in the third quarter. Williams with it, guarded by Webb. Over to Cam Kester. Good drive, and he's fouled and go to the line to shoot 2.
That's probably the lightest foul of the game.
Jesse Jones picks up his first and the team's first. Kester 0 for 2 from the line. He's the only player for either team who has shot free throws tonight. And that one is short. He's 0 for 3.
That blows my mind. We talked about Joe Page, and here he comes.
Page and Kendrick in the lineup for the Vikes, replacing Wheat and Washington. Now Kester with the second of 2. It rolls off. No good. He is 0 for 4. Come the Vikes down 7. Swanson looking to make a quick move. Got stuffed, but the offensive rebound and put back by J.J. Kendrick. He now has 4 points. 5-point lead for Chanute. 4:15 to go in the third quarter. Williams to Seamster in the corner to Cam Kester. Great drive on the baseline. He missed it, though. Rebounded by Cedric Webb. Vikes looking to push the tempo all the way to the basket, and scoring is Cedric Webb. Thought Chanute might go with a timeout, but it doesn't look like they're going to.
They're starting to take it to the rim.
Seamster. Chanute with the ball and a 3-point lead. Cam Kester. It's got to be a charge, I believe.
They call the block. That's the second one exactly like that.
JJ gets whistled for the foul, and Chanute will take it out underneath their own basket. 3:48 to go in the third quarter. Chanute with the ball and a 3-point lead. They get it into Kester. Out to Erb. Back to Williams. To Larson. Kester. To Seamster. Now to Erb. Larson Kester takes a couple of dribbles. Back to Erb around the top of the key. Cam Kester is going to have an easy layup.
Wow.
Very patient offense by Chanute, and now they are going to burn a timeout. 9 points for Kester and a 5-point lead for Chanute at 31-26. 3:23 to go in the third quarter. Looks like a 30-second timeout. We'll just keep it here at Harold C. Johnson Gymnasium. And Tony, the Viking boys did what they had to do. They haven't cut into the lead a lot right now. They were down 8. Now they're only down 5, and they do have possession, so they're whittling away. And I think they're going to have to keep going to the rack.
Yeah, I think if they keep driving, even if they, dribble, penetrate, and then kick it out for maybe an open look.
Yeah.
Because on that one when Swanson went in and got stuffed, Joe Page he checked in the game, came over here, and he just walked away. Nobody ever picked him up at all. It's like he didn't even exist out there. But luckily, after the Swanson's shot got blocked, JJ picked it up and put it in, which was, what we want is baskets. So, I mean, it ended up being pretty good. But, you know, if we can get some penetration and then kick it out for a three, I could see Joe Page knocking down a three here.
They extended that zone all the way into the backcourt, did the Blue Comets. Jesse splits it. Good look to, boy, they had no choice but to call that foul. I don't know if Landon was going up for a layup or a dunk, but Larson Kester hacked him over both arms and picks up his second. And 2 free throws coming for Landon Wheat. This is the first free throw attempt of the night for the Vikings, and it is no good.
So we're 0 for 5 total in this game from the free throw line.
That's amazing. 0 for 4 for the Blue Comets, and the Vikes now 0 for 1. Second one is good. 3 points for Landon Wheat. Gets the Vikes to within 4 at 31-27. Washington will check in at the next whistle. Williams directing traffic, guarded by Wheat. Vikings have pretty much been in a man-to-man all night, and Chanute has been in a zone the entire night. Williams almost took steps, kicks it out to Larson Kester. Over to Erb, back to Kester. It's into the paint, over to Erb. Now Cam Kester with a great drive. Easy layup, that's just too easy. And I've seen them do that a lot to the Vikings over the years, just running that motion offense until somebody sees a path to the basket. Chanute picking up the defensive pressure, and Larson picked up his third. That is Larson Kester just picked up his third personal. And he's going to stay in the game. Vikes down by 6, 33-27, 2:35 to go in the third quarter. Joe Page checks out for the Vikes. Here comes this. Actually, now Larson Kester does check out, replaced by Parker Henson, the 6'1 junior. Kendrick into Jesse Jones. Gets a high screen. Jesse kicks it in the corner to Wheat. Tried to lob it in, and a foul on
31.
Parker Henson picks up his first. And the team's third. Just a 2-possession game, but the Vikes quickly into Swanson. Now back to JJ. Guarded out top by Erb. JJ reverses direction. Lost his dribble, gets it back. Now to Swanson. He tries a three. Got it.
Wow.
Boy, the Vikings needed that one, and we have a timeout on the floor with your score. Chanute 33, Parsons 30. We will be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Viking Basketball on V93.
Labette Community College is meeting the need for an increased demand in qualified radiographers. Our radiography students will train on the latest technology in a hospital simulation environment.
I wanted to be able to go into a career where I could help people. And if you're going to go into that field in this part of the four-state area, LCC is the only place to come.
Tuition is nearly half the cost of universities. Scholarship and financial aid available for those who qualify. Text radiography to 620-293-6671 for more information, or visit labette.edu.
And we are back live at Parsons High School. 2:14 to go in quarter number 3. Vikes made a little run here in the third quarter, cutting that 8-point halftime deficit down to 3. So 33-30, Chanute on top. Blue Comets have the basketball. Vikings going to put on a little pressure in the backcourt. Kester up ahead to Seamster. Now back to Kester. He's killed the Vikings with some nice drives to the basket. Seamster with it now. Erb out top. Vikings switching to a zone out of that timeout, giving Chanute a different look. There's a three-pointer. In and out, no good. Big moment in this game, and the Vikings have the rebound. J.J. Kendrick thought about a three. Tried to get it down low, and it's stolen away.
Yeah, that's ill-advised pass there.
Seamster, got to pick him up. They get out to him late. Fortunately, misses a three. Look at that rebound by Landon Wheat. He is so athletic. Swanson gets around his man. Tries to score over a second man and does. Swanson, 5 points here in the third quarter, 9 points for the game. This is as close the Vikings have been since the first quarter. Three-pointer off the mark. The Vikings, believe it or not, can take the lead on this trip. They're down by 1.
I can't imagine the coaches wanting the guy that came in off the bench to shoot those threes.
Three-pointer no good. I agree. Three-pointer no good by Jesse Jones. Here comes Chanute. Williams picks up his dribble, kicks it out. Seamster in the corner to Cam Kester. Chanute with the ball and a 1-point lead. Erb kicks it out to Williams. A three-pointer, no good. And on the weak side, rebounded by Swanson. 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Chanute leading it 33-32. Bounce pass over to Jesse. Chanute still in that zone. Now over to Kendrick. Great cut by Washington, but he has his shot blocked. Run down by JJ. Trying to make a move. Gets it off to Landon Wheat. Could not get the roll, but he's fouled.
Got a chance to tie it or take the lead here.
I think, did they get that on Seamster, I assume? Nope. Sean Williams, his second. So Landon Wheat, 3 points on the night, 1 out of 2 from the line. Vikings have played a very inspired third quarter after playing a sluggish first half. Landon Wheat trying to get this thing tied. And he does. Barely got the roll.
We scored more points in this quarter than we did in the whole first half.
Yeah, 17 points for the Vikings. And that's kind of what Coach Houck is talking about. You got to play 4 quarters. You're not going to score, 18 to 20 every quarter. But, man, when you only score 16 and a half, that does make it hard to win a basketball game. The Vikings have regained the lead thanks to another free throw by Landon Wheat. 34-33, Vikes by 1. Here comes Chanute with about 15 seconds to go in the third quarter. Kester into the front court with 10 seconds. Hands it off to Seamster, to Erb at the free throw line. Seamster to Kester, 2 seconds. He gets a shot away, and it's going to go in at the buzzer. And going into the fourth quarter, Chanute leads at 35-34. We'll be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Viking Basketball on B93.
Hi, this is Brian at Bowen Pharmacy, and today I'd like to visit with you about how you take your medications. Did you know that when you miss 2 doses per week, that's 3.5 months out of the year that you missed your medications, and that can have detrimental effects on your health in a long time period. Here at Bowen Pharmacy, we have this great new machine called the Rapid Pack RX, and what this machine does is it takes all your medications, filters it down, and puts in this nice strip right here that you can pull out of this box. And at any time of the day that you need your medication, it's right here ready for you. Whether you take it 1 a day, 2 a day, 5 a day, or 6 times per day, we can make that happen for you. It's all interfaced with our pharmacy system, and when it runs through, it puts all those times down for you. It even prints the medications on the strip, and you can take it throughout the day without having to take your bottles with you. It helps you stay compliant, helps you stay healthy, and it's going to give you a long life to live to enjoy. Here at Bowen Pharmacy, we're always thankful that you choose us to be your local provider. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Boy, kind of slow those guys down. Don't let them get out of hand in the fourth quarter, and you like the Vikings' chances.
Oh, yeah.
But I've seen Chanute enough over the years. You fall asleep on a guy like Sean Williams or Eric Erb or even Larson Kester, who hasn't scored. Any of those guys can knock down a 3 if they have a good look. And but still, the Vikings, they did what they had to do. They outscored Chanute 18-11 to get back in this ball game, and Parsons will have the first possession of the fourth quarter with a chance to regain the lead. Kendrick, Jones, Mack, Webb, and Landon Wheat on the floor for the Vikings. They get it to Wheat at the free throw line. There he goes up over everybody. Can't score, but gets it back and puts it in. They must have listened to you at halftime, Tony, because Landon Wheat much more active.
That's definitely what they got to do. Wow.
A great pass. Seamster gets 3 guys in the air, gets fouled, and will go to the line to shoot 2. 7:38 to go in our game. Parsons leading at 36-35. J.J. Kendrick now with 3 fouls. No, they say that is only his second personal. I had him down for 3. First free throw by Seamster, off the mark, no good. I'm just shocked, Tony. This is a Chanute team that typically, and I know obviously you have different players from year to year, but typically they hit everything at the free throw line, and that was their first made free throw right there by Seamster to tie the score at 36 points apiece. Kendrick to Swanson. Chanute still in that very, very active zone. Then it's poked away from behind, and Chanute has it. It is a steal, and Chanute can regain the lead. 7:18 to go in our ball game. We are tied at 36 points apiece. Vikes, boy, that should be a travel, and it is. Good trap at half court.
Wow.
Jones and Swanson forced the senior into the traveling violation.
Senior there, he's usually clutch. That's very unlike him.
Kendrick into the front court. Jesse over to Swanson in the corner for a three. It's well
very
short.
Flat.
Somehow Swanson got it back to Webb. He goes up. Boy, that's got to be a foul. Boy, they came down on him hard.
That was almost intentional. I mean, it was a smack.
That was a hard foul by Williams. And that is his third personal. Fifth team foul on Chanute. Vikings currently have 3, so trying to break the tie is Cedric Webb, first of 2. Oh,
no.
You know, I think he did that earlier. Didn't he do that at Fort Scott or somewhere?
He did that at the Lancer Classic.
But you know what? We've said it before. Sometimes a player will shoot an air ball on a free throw. He'll come back and hit all net on that second one. So still tied at 36, 7:02 to go in our game. Webb's second free throw is short, off the rim, no good. So both teams, especially Chanute, struggling from the line tonight, although there haven't been a ton of free throws shot. Still tied at 36, 6:50 to go in our ball game. Vikings have gone back to a man-to-man. Chanute will be looking for a layup, probably by Kester. There he goes, and he scores off the glass. I just don't think the Vikings can guard him one-on-one.
No.
He now has 15 points, and it's a 2-point lead for the Blue Comets. Swanson, bounce pass to Webb. Back to Swanson. He's double-teamed, and he lost it. Up ahead to Larson Kester. Back to Williams for an easy layup, and it's a 4-point lead for the Blue Comets at 40-36. Waite's going to try a 3. No good, and pulled out of there by Williams. Chanute now with the momentum. They kick it in the corner to Kester. Boy, the Vikes thought he was going to get another layup. Parsons was able to cut him off that time. 6 minutes to go in our game. Chanute with the ball in a 4-point lead. Williams with it. Guarded by Jesse Jones. Over to Kester. Back to Williams. Now Larson Kester with it. To Cam Kester. Spin move. Kicks it out. Seamster thought about a 3. Gets into the paint. And his layup is good, and he's fouled. All of a sudden, they're kind of taking a page out of the Vikings book and getting to the rack.
Yeah, that's big there because that's a 6-point, possibly a 7-point lead after it being tied just a minute and a half ago.
Seamster 1 out of 2 from the line. In and out, no good. Fortunately for the Vikes, Chanute hasn't been knocking down their free throws, so it's a 6-point lead for the Blue Comets. 5.5 to go in our game. Swanson wants a 3-pointer. It's short, and rebounded by Larson Kester. Had a good look. Just left it short. Kester almost lost it, and there is the steal. Should be an easy layup at the other end for Landon Wheat. He puts it in. I said Landon Wheat. Paxton Swanson, rather. He now has 11 points.
Much needed basket.
Great anticipation by Swanson. 4-point lead for the Blue Comets. They have the basketball. Cam Kester to Herb. He's in the paint. Kicks it in the corner to Williams. Nice penetration. Throws up a prayer, and somehow he got it back. 3-pointer by Herb. Short, and pulled down by Swanson. Vikes with the ball down by 4. Good look to Kendrick. Spin move. Got a man in the air, and he's going to get the layup to go. 6 points for JJ. 42-40. Chanute by 2. 4:37 to go in the fourth quarter. Williams up ahead to Larson Kester. Now to Herb at the top of the key. Directing traffic, gives it to Williams. Chanute very, very patient on offense. A near steal. Who has it? Swanson has it. Got fouled from behind. Almost a breakaway foul. They almost could have called that intentional.
That's almost intentional there.
Because he didn't do anything egregious, but boy, the only reason he fouled was to save the layup. So that call could have gone either way. And the Vikings are not in the 1-and-1 though. That's the 6th team foul on Chanute, first on Cam Kester. 42-40. Chanute by 2. 4:16 to go in our ball game.
Just when you think everything's going right for Chanute, they get a 6-point lead.
And then a bad pass picked off, and they have numbers the other way. They can't count that basket. Yeah, the foul before the shot on Washington, and Chanute will just take it out. 4:11 left in our ball game. It's been pretty tight here in the second half. Chanute kind of dominated the first half, but the Vikings have made a game of it here. Larson Kester. Well, he almost took steps over to Cam Kester for a wide open three. He missed it. The Vikings should have had it. Boy, they're lucky they came out with it. Here comes Jesse Jones. Boy, and he's fouled, and he's got free throws.
Foul there.
And that'll be the fourth foul on Larson Kester. And he's headed to the bench. He's telling the coach he's good, but the coach says, says no way.
He said, no, you're not.
We still got 3:59 to go. But it's actually Cam Kester who just checked out.
He's limping.
Okay, so Cam Kester checks out. Here's the free throw. It rolls in. Jesse Jones gets the Vikes to within one with his 11th point.
Yeah, if you're Chanute, you don't want Cam Kester on the bench.
No. Second free throw by Jesse. All net. Tied at 42, 3:59 to go in our game with timeout on the floor. Looks like we're in for a great finish. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Viking basketball on B93.
At Labette Health, we've earned our place as a top 100 hospital in the nation for joint replacement. Serving a 6-county area since 1961, Labette Health has also earned national recognition as a respected regional medical center renowned for its comprehensive healthcare services and commitment to high-quality patient care. With over 80 physicians and providers throughout southeast Kansas, Labette Health is 100% devoted to medical excellence. For more information or to find a provider near you, call 620-421-4881 or visit labettehealth.com.
Well, Tony, the Vikings did what they had to do here in the second half. They came out with a lot more intensity, just a lot more aggressiveness on the offensive end. And then their defense, they've had a couple of breakdowns, letting Cam Kester get to the basket. But, you know, when you're down 8 against a Chanute team at halftime and you can come back and have it tied with 3:59 to go, that means you've done a lot of things right.
Yeah, I think they definitely fought hard to get back in this game, and it'd be a shame to let this one slip away. It'd be nice to to steal this win.
Vikes with some token pressure in the backcourt, a little bit of a zone press. Larson Kester into the front court. Now it looks like Cam Kester back on the floor for the Blue Comets. We are tied at 42 points apiece, 3:42 to go in our game. There's the cutter to the basket. Williams is going to get the layup. That is what Chanute has done for years. They lead by 2. Swanson from the baseline. Can't get it to go. Wheat with a huge offensive board and a stick back. Landon Wheat with 9 points. We are tied at 44, 3:20 to go. Cam Kester calling out instructions to his teammates. Singster with it. Sophomore takes a few dribbles. Now off to Williams. Vikings have to be solid on defense.
Yep. They're looking for a seam to get Cam Kester open for another layup.
Singster over to Larson Kester. Cam Kester in the corner, guarded by Swanson. Goes baseline.
There
scores. Oh, they're going to count the basket.
And there it is.
Yeah, Coach Houck says no way. I don't know what else Jesse Jones could have done. It looked to me like he was standing there waiting. And you can hear the crowd. They are upset. I certainly thought it was going to be a charge. But give Kester 17 points. And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. Jesse Jones picks up his second personal. 2-point lead for the Blue Comets. Cam Kester's free throw will roll in. is now 1 out of 5 from the line. It's 47-44. Chanute on top by 3, 2:41 to go in our ball game. We have, is that a 30-second time? Oh, must have been a full timeout. We'll take a 30-second commercial break and be right back. You're listening to Viking Basketball on B93.
Hey Parsons, I'm Anna. This is Raven. We're the Anna and Raven Show, and we can't wait to wake you up on Variety 93.5.
We're the show that's all about relationships. So if it's going on at home, at work, in your life, we want to know about it.
Also, every day a couple joins us for Couples Court. They tell us what their disagreement is about, and then it's up to you to decide who's right.
Want to win cash? You can challenge me daily in pop culture trivia. It's called Can't Beat Raven. Beat me, and you get the jackpot.
Get ready to laugh, Labette County. We're the Anna and Raven Show on Variety 93.5.
The Anna and Raven Show.
.241 to go in our ball game. Vikings continue to fight hard, but Tony, right now they're on the short end of that 47-44 score. The good news is the Vikings have possession. Boy, that was a big call.
Yeah.
I didn't have the greatest look at it, but going by Coach Houck's reaction and the crowd's reaction, I think most people thought that was a charge, and it just didn't go the Vikings' way. So here we go. Swanson into the front court. Vikings need a basket. They're down by 3. Swanson triple teamed. Gets it out to Jesse. Thought he was going to shoot a 3 and try to tie this thing up. Kendrick penetrates the zone, loses it, and he's fouled, and he will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Fouled by Eric Erb. His second. Here comes Cedric Webb replacing Joe Page.
It would be nice to knock down these free throws here.
That's good to see from the sophomore. That one's a little too hard, and it's rebounded by Chanute. So the Blue Comets lead by 2, 47-45. 2:18 to go in our ball game. Both teams in the bonus the rest of the way. Kester, nice drive, blocked. Oh my gosh, after all the contact they've let go, Tony, I don't know about that one. That looked like a clean block. Maybe got him with the body. That was Larson Kester on the drive. He has not scored tonight. This is his first trip to the line. He'll be shooting 2. The lefty puts it up, and he got the
Wow,
roll.
I cannot believe that went in.
It was flat. It hit the back iron, went a foot up in the air, and fell through. And we have an official timeout. The official talking. Yep, somebody was throwing coins onto the court, and they made sure they're going to put a stop to that. So it's a 3-point lead for Chanute. So this is a big free throw coming to make it a 2-possession game. And he got the roll again.
Wow.
49-45, Chanute by 4, just over 2 minutes to go. Good pass underneath, reverse layup goes down for J.J. Kendrick. Give the assist to Paxton Swanson. 2 minutes to go, and it's a 2-point lead for Chanute. They have the basketball. Vikings really picking up the defensive intensity now. Williams gets around his man and then lost it. And he was on the baseline. It's a turnover. I was just about to say these Chanute teams typically will not beat themselves, but that was kind of a silly mistake by Williams.
I thought he was going to shoot it.
I did too. Jesse Jones with it. To Swanson. Vikings down by 2. Swanson out to Jesse. Fakes the 3. Now he takes a guarded 3. It's short. Great hustle by Wheat, but he knocked it out of bounds, I believe. Oh, they're going to give it to the Vikings. I'm not sure about that.
Wow.
But I will say this.
A lot of hustle.
Wheat and Seamster were really going at it when they went after that loose ball. So great hustle by both players. Vikings fortunate to still have the ball. They get it into Jesse with 1.5 minutes to go in our game. Chanute leading by 2. Kendrick into the paint, kicks it out to Joe for a 3. May have been partially blocked. Great offensive rebound by Wheat, but he landed on the baseline. That was an unbelievable rebound by Landon Wheat. Nothing to show for it, but great effort. Here comes Cedric Webb replacing Joe Page. So they're clearly just putting Joe in for offense and taking him out. Doing that offense for defense substitution. Chanute with the ball in a 2-point lead, minute 20 to go in our game. And we have a timeout called by the Blue Comets, minute 18 to go in our game. 2-point lead for Chanute and Tony. I guess going into this timeout, the Vikings have to make sure, or I should say coming out of the timeout, they will want to play solid defense, make sure they don't give up any of those easy layups to Chanute. Because I think that's the only way Chanute is going to shoot the basketball.
Oh yeah. And I don't see them shooting a three at all. So I think if anything, we're going to have to play some solid defense, try to go for a steal.
Yeah.
And if we can't steal, we're going to have to send them to the line. I mean, looking at the numbers, I mean, other than Larson Kester, and both his free throws didn't look very good.
Yeah.
You know, Seamster is 1 for 3, and Cam Kester is 1 for 5. I mean, yeah, I would almost take a chance and send him to the line.
I would too, and you look up at the scoreboard, the next 2 fouls by the Vikings will still just result in a 1-and-1 opportunity. So
that's what I'm thinking.
Maybe the Vikings can get a steal on this inbound. Chanute inbounding straight across the way from our broadcast area. They're struggling. They lob it up, and somehow Kester comes down with it. He missed it, and they're going to call a block. That's the second questionable blocking foul. Coach Houck is just kind of beside himself. 2 free throws coming for Cam Kester. He made his last one, but like you just mentioned, Tony, only 1 out of 5 on the night. He'll need to make both of them to get it up to a 2-possession game. Joe Page is going to check in after this first free throw. It's up. It spins off.
Wow. That's unbelievable.
I don't think he's a poor free throw shooter, Tony. I think, if I remember right, through his career, he has usually been pretty solid. Only 1 out of 6. 2-point lead for Chanute. Minute 15 to go. Missed another one, but an offensive rebound by Herb. Gets it to Kester. Tough break for the Vikings. And then it's a steal. The Vikings have it. Jesse Jones gets into his man and scores. We are tied at 49 points apiece.
And that should have been an and one.
Yes, it should have been.
Larson Kester should be out of the game.
Kester should have fouled out, and Jesse should be going to the line to shoot one. Here again, I said this up at Fort Scott. Hats off to the officials for the most part keeping it consistent.
Yeah.
But how far do you let it go?
Exactly.
That was a lot of contact that Jesse had to absorb.
Yeah. If he misses that, do they whistle?
Yeah, exactly,
you know what I mean?
Exactly. That's a good question.
Yeah,
that's a good question.
It's one of those that, you know, if he misses the shot, maybe they blow the whistle.
Yep.
But if he makes it, they let it just go.
They let it go. 1 minute, 1 second left in our ball game. We are tied at 49 points apiece. Coach Houck was really, I don't want to say laying into his team. He was just very animated in this timeout, really trying to fire his team up. They have fought so hard to come back against a good Chanute team. You know, this was a double-digit deficit back in the first half. It was an 8-point deficit at halftime. And the Vikings have just not given up. Chanute will have possession out of this timeout. Again, tied at 49 points apiece. 61 seconds to go in our game. Vikes pick up full court. Herb looking, having a little bit of trouble. And he gets it into Cam Kester just before the 5-second count. Kester to Williams. Williams being
almost
hounded
like
out
Williams
top.
pushed off.
Yeah, he did. Kester over to Seamster. 45 seconds to go in the game. No need to foul. I bet they're going to call it on JJ. Yeah, and Coach Houck says that's a bad call. He saw a push off on Seamster. So now JJ
has 4 fouls.
Now it's up to 4. So that means I must have been right originally.
Yeah.
So now they have.
I thought he had 4.
Yeah. So that is his 4th. 1-and-1. It's no good. Who's got the rebound? The Vikings have it with a chance to take the lead. J.J. Kendrick. We are tied at 49 points apiece. 35 seconds to go, and we have a timeout. I think Coach Houck has 1 left. He calls a 30-second timeout. 34 seconds to go in our game, tied at 49 points apiece. And Tony, given the way this game has gone, the Vikings couldn't ask for a bebetter situation.
No, they're lucky to have this shot right here.
Because they were down 8 at halftime. Chanute, we've said it several times tonight, they typically are just lights out at the free throw line, and they just have not got it done tonight. They've made 4 here in the fourth quarter, but they've also missed 4.
Yeah.
You know, 50%, that's not.
Yeah.
And that 50% is an improvement
from
earlier
from the
in
0
game.
for 4. Yeah.
So I'll be curious to see what Coach Houck does here. Does he want his team to try to run this down under 10 seconds and go for the win? I have a feeling that's probably what he will do, unless, of course, they get in a situation where they have a layup. Here we go. The Vikes get it into Jesse Jones. Chanute has gone to a man-to-man. We haven't seen hardly any man-to-man from Chanute tonight. J.J. Kendrick looks to drive. Gets to the basket. Got fouled. Oh, they're going to call a jump ball. And it goes over to Chanute. I'm not going to say that was a bad call. I just didn't have a good look at it. I saw, we had a foul called underneath. That's the problem. There was one official called a foul. The other one called a jump ball. Tough break for the Vikes because Chanute has it. With 12 seconds, we're going to have a timeout called with 11 seconds. That is a tough break. It was a great drive by J.J. Kendrick. Yeah. He went up. I did think the block was clean from behind. I couldn't see if they got him with the body or not. But that's what Coach Houck is so upset about. I think the official who was closest to it wanted to call a foul. The official out top called it a jump ball. I guess the head official gets to make the call.
Yeah, what can you do on that case?
Well, I don't know what to do, because I can almost guarantee you the Vikes will come out in a man-to-man, but that makes me nervous.
Because Cam Kester can get loose.
Yeah.
Because there's nobody that can guard him.
I would almost like the Vikings to see them come out in a zone and just force Chanute to hit a jump shot. And if they do, they do. Yep. But I'd rather see him make a 16-foot jump shot than a layup.
Exactly.
You know, and Cam Kester has shown over and over here in the second half that he has the ability to get to the rack when the Vikings are in man-to-man. Tough break for the Vikings because J.J. Kendrick got a couple of guys up in the air. Looked like he was going to score a layup to give the Vikings the lead.
And I like J.J.'s ability to, after being so afraid to kind of go inside in the first half, to change it up. And he's been real aggressive this second half.
Here we go. Chanute with the ball. We're tied at 49. 11 seconds to go. They barely get it in to Kester. Larson Kester shoves off. No call. 6 seconds to go. Vikes in a man-to-man. There's Cam Kester. He wants the shot. He lost it out of bounds. Goes over to the Vikes with 2.2 seconds. And if the Vikings have one timeout left, it'd be nice if they could get up to half court and call that last timeout. Yep, here's the timeout right here. And I think that was Coach Houck's last timeout. So what do you think, Tony? The Vikes 2.2. That's enough to get get a shot off. Heck, we saw Fort Scott with half that time get off a winning three-pointer. Although the whole thing actually took about 2 full seconds due to some mismanagement.
I would like for him to see him try to get something. If they're able to go to half court, try to throw something down low to Cedric or Landon. Maybe try to set up a screen for one of them. But my guess is Jesse's probably going to be the one with the ball, and Jesse will probably be the one that will put something up.
Yeah. Good chance we're headed to overtime, but boy, if the Vikings see what Coach Houck draws up in that timeout huddle, it was great defense by the Vikes. I mean, it's exactly what we thought. If the Vikes came out in that man-to-man, it was going to be Cam Kester.
Well, they're making them go full court.
They were, because it went out of bounds under the basket, and the Vikes called the timeout before they threw it in. So here we go. Vikes have to go the length of the court in 2.2 seconds. Swanson Gets it into Jesse Jones. Three-quarters court shot is no good, and we are headed to overtime, tied at 49 points apiece. We will be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Viking basketball on B93.
Hi, this is Brian at Bowen Pharmacy, and today I'd like to visit with you about how you take your medications. Did you know that when you miss 2 doses per week, that's 3.5 months out of the year that you missed your medications, and that can have detrimental effects on your health in a long time period. Here at Bowen Pharmacy, we have this great new machine called the Rapid Pack RX, and what this machine does is it takes all your medications, filters it down, and puts in this nice strip right here that you can pull out of this box. And at any time of the day that you need your medication, it's right here ready for you. Whether you take it 1 a day, 2 a day, 5 a day, or 6 times per day, we can make that happen for you. It's all interfaced with our pharmacy system, and when it runs through, it puts all those times down for you. It even prints the medications on the strip, and you can take it throughout the day without having to take your bottles with you. It helps you stay compliant, helps you stay healthy, and is going to give you a long life to live to enjoy. Here at Bowen Pharmacy, we're always thankful that you choose us to be your local provider. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Welcome back to Harold T. Johnson Gymnasium, everybody. We have 4 more minutes of basketball as we are headed to overtime, tied at 49 points apiece. Vikings moving from our left to our right. Ready for the jump ball. Again, won by Landon Wheat, run down by J.J. Kendrick. Vikes have the first possession of overtime. Chanute going to stay in their man-to-man. J.J. gets around his man, gets 2 guys in the air, now kicks it out to Webb. He penetrates, and now they call a charge after... Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, he's shoved with this.
And I don't disagree with the call, but Coach Houck is so frustrated because he can't get a charge block call to go his way tonight.
No.
So the Vikes turn it over on the offensive foul. And a near steal. The Vikes have it! Oh, they're going to say that J.J. stepped on the sideline. And the official was right there. He had the best look in the gym. Great effort by J.J. Kendrick, but he stepped on the sideline, and Chanute very fortunate to keep possession. Vikings really putting some pressure on Kester in the backcourt. He gets it into the front court, guarded by Webb. Webb needs to be careful. He's going to get called for a foul. Vikings have really picked up the defensive intensity. Williams with a nice drive. His layup missed. He missed another one. Vikings up ahead. They threw it away.
Oh, he's almost saved it.
Almost saved it. What an effort by Landon Wheat. Boy, the Vikings with a couple of possessions, though, Tony, and they haven't had a shot yet in overtime.
That's unbelievable.
3:25 to go in our game. Tied at 49 points apiece. Cam Kester into the front court. He leads all scorers with 18. Gets around his man easily and lays it in as I think Swanson slipped. 2-point lead for Chanute, 51-49. Vikes don't have to be in a big rush. We got plenty of time, and they're only down 2. JJ into the paint, cut off, needs help. Out to Swanson. He thought about a 3. Back to JJ. 2:55 to go in overtime. Chanute leading at 51-49. Jesse back to JJ. Drives, gets around his man, got bumped. He cannot score, but he's fouled. How did it not go down? How did it not go down? I think Larson Kester has just fouled out.
He finally fouled out.
So he's done, and Parker Henson, the 6'1 junior, will take his place. J.J. Kendrick to the line to shoot 2. He has 9 points on the night, 1 out of 2 from the line. First one on the way, no good. He'll have one more. One more for JJ, trying to get the Vikes to within 1. Shot is up. It's off the mark, no good. He missed them both. Here comes Chanute with the ball and a 2-point lead. 2:40 to go in overtime. Cam Kester with it. Chanute will be very patient on this possession. Eric Erb has it. Back out to Cam Kester. Now Seamster with it. Ball knocked out of bounds into the stands. Stays with the Blue Comets. Well, the Vikings have been called for an offensive foul in overtime. They've missed a couple of free throws. And Chanute has the ball with a 2-point lead. Henson to throw it in. Across the way. Gets it into Cam Kester. Picked up by Swanson. Looking for a cutter. Now to Erb at the top of the key. To Seamster. Seamster backs it out. 2:09 to go in overtime. Again, Chanute with the ball and a 2-point lead. Chanute, as expected, running some clock. There goes Kester's. Layup is good. 22 points for the senior, and it's a 4-point lead for the Blue Comets. Wheat penetrates, kicks it out to Webb. Hands off to JJ. Kendrick to Jesse. Looks to make a move. His little floater, no good. Battle for the loose ball, and that should have been a traveling violation. But instead they're going to call a jump ball, and it goes over to Chanute. And Tony, with only 1:38 left, the only thing that's gone right in overtime for the Vikings is they won the opening tip. Since then, really nothing has worked. And Chanute has a 4-point lead and the basketball. Both teams in the double bonus. Cam Kester over to Williams. Has a stolen. Great job by Webb. He's fouled from behind. They don't call it, but he scores anyway. Boy, that was a lot of contact. 2-point game, 53-51. Chanute by 2, 1:15 to go in overtime. Williams gets it into the front court. Hands off to Seamster. And he almost lost his dribble. Otherwise, he had a layup. He has it poked away. Twice he has it poked away, and somehow he ends up with it. Now Kester has a path to the basket. And it's an offensive foul, finally. Team up! And that could have been a technical on Kester.
Oh, my goodness.
And I don't know that that was the right call, but and now he's still talking to the ref. And
I can't believe they didn't
team up. So here we go. Vikings with a chance to tie or take the lead. 53 seconds to go in the game. Chanute leading at 53-51. Jesse Jones to the left side. Now out top to Wheat. Picks it up. Careful. Swanson got the loose ball. 40 seconds. Swanson drives. Got bumped. And, boy, I can't believe they let that one go also. Coach out can't believe it. Now they call a touch foul in the backcourt. Wow. You know, I see this kind of contact at D1. I see it in the NBA.
Wow.
But, man, not until the last couple of weeks have I seen this much contact let go at the high school level. So 2 free throws coming for Eric Erb. He has not been to the line tonight. He has 7 points. If he makes them both, it'll be a 2-possession game. 34 seconds left. Free throw up. He got it. Looked very smooth by the 6-foot junior. 54-51. Kester still talking to the official. That's just unbelievable. Joe Page will check in. The next opportunity, free throw on the way. Missed it. Just a 1-possession game. Here come the Vikes. Swanson wants to go to the rack. Cut off. Goes up anyway. And scores! And a timeout by the Vikes. 54-53. Chanute by 1 with 25 seconds. Well, I thought they called a timeout. I'm not sure why there was a stoppage in play. Here we go. Chanute having trouble getting it in. They throw it long. Seamster has it, and we had a timeout called first by Chanute. 25 seconds to go in overtime. Chanute leading at 54-53. Coach Hout, I think, was having a word with one of the officials.
Yeah, it should have been a 5-second call.
So both teams in their timeout huddle. Vikings, you know, this is the kind of win that the Vikings need, Tony. They've had several games where they have been in it late and have fought hard the entire game, you know, been down and come back.
Yep.
But haven't been able to get over the hump. You know, they beat beat Fort Scott the other night, but that didn't go down to the end like this one. And it'd be nice if the Vikes could get back-to-back wins, headed down to Labette County on Friday night. But
yeah, this is a much-needed win for the boys' team.
Again, it's a 1-point lead for Chanute, 54-53. The Blue Comets will have the basketball coming out of this timeout. Again, 25.6 seconds to go in overtime. Vikes trailed 24-16 at halftime. Got within one at the end of the third quarter, 35-34. Teams were tied at 49 at the end of regulation.
I would foul 31.
Yeah, that's
off the ball.
That is not a bad strategy. He is, I don't know what kind of free throw shooter he is, but he is obviously the least comfortable guy on the floor right now. Erb gets it into Kester. And they do go and foul Kester. I didn't think they would foul him that quickly, but given the fact that he has struggled from the line, maybe not a bad decision by Coach Houck. Foul was on Swanson, his third. Even if he makes both, still just a one-possession game.
He's due, so.
Yeah, and he has 22 points on the night. Goes up, and even after not shooting very well, he just steps up and calmly sinks that first one. Nobody on the lane for Chanute, so the Vikes have to make sure they box out Kester. He missed it. 2-point game, 55-53. Here come the Vikes with 20 seconds to go. Swanson on the right wing, gets around his man, and scores! And it's a block! He's going to go to the line with a chance to give the Vikings the lead. 14 seconds to go. And I don't know about...
I thought that was going to be a charge.
You know, I guess at the high school level, do they not have the rule where you can't stand under the basket? Because he was right under the basket. Yeah. But it looked like he was set. But Swanson got the basket to go. We're tied at 55. One free throw for the 6'1 senior to give the Vikings the lead. It's up. It is good. 56-55. Vikes lead by one. 14.8 seconds to go in overtime. I thought we had another timeout on the floor, but it might have just been a sub.
Why would they take Landon Weed out?
I'm not sure. Here we go. Cam Kester gets into the front court. You know, he wants to take the shot for the win. He's just shoved off. They call it a block. That is, I'll just come out and say it now, Tony. That was a very bad call. He took his arm and shoved the defender away from him. Yeah. And now two free throws coming for Kester with 7.7.
Wow.
I have no idea how that can be called anything other than a charge. And Coach Houck is letting the official hear about it. Here's the free throw. He missed it. Cam Kester has struggled from the line tonight. He has one more chance to get this thing tied.
And they continue not to rebound.
Yeah, I'm surprised they don't have anybody up there right now. Landon Wheat back on the floor for the Vikings. Kester trying to tie it. He puts it up. Got it. We are tied at 56. The Vikes with 7 seconds to win it. Here comes Swanson. 4 seconds. Swanson needs to get it off, and he does, and it's no good. We're headed to double overtime. That is not the shot the Vikings really wanted. I would have liked to see Swanson come down with more aggressiveness and just pull up. Because it looked like he wanted to pass off and couldn't get a guy open, and then kind of had to take that guarded 14-footer. And, wow, the end of the first overtime, we were tied at 56 points apiece, and it looks like it's going to be one of those games, Tony, where somebody's just going to get a little bit lucky probably. Yep. And I hate to harp on the officiating, which has been pretty good tonight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I'm just talking about that last call on Swanson where people watching on the live video stream, they saw it themselves. I mean, when you and usually usually that's automatic. When you see the offensive player fully extend his off arm to gain an advantage.
But then again, I mean, I feel like the one that Swanson went in and got the and one could have been offense. I mean,
I guess
it's going both ways. So
yeah, you're right. And I will say this: it is probably basically evened out. It's just that, in my humble opinion, I've always thought it was the opposite call should have been made.
Exactly.
If they call a block, I thought it was a charge, and vice versa. But we are ready for our second overtime, tied at 56 points apiece. Landon Wheat against Seamster. Landon, will he out-jump him again? Barely this time, and the Vikings once again with the first possession. 56 all, start of double overtime. Looks like, I think they've gone back to their zone. Really extending it out to half court. JJ in a little bit of trouble, over to Jesse. Back to Swanson. Skip pass over to JJ in front of the Viking bench. JJ starts to penetrate. Gets into the paint, cut off, needs help. Back out to Jesse. Over to Landon. Landon wants to get into the paint, goes over everybody and lays it in. Landon Wheat can sky over everybody, and he has 11 points. Vikings lead by 2, and they almost had the steal. Jesse Jones couldn't corral it. It went off Jesse's right hand, I believe. Boy, that
almost could have been a foul on Kester, knocking Jones.
I agree.
In the backcourt here.
Herb to throw it in right in front of the official scorers table. Boy, these teams have to be gassed. Williams had it, then lost it, and got it back. Seamster with it. Over to Williams. Parsons by 2, 3:09 to go in our second overtime.
Well, just think of how tired Chanute is. They've got players that have never went to the bench.
Yeah, they have to be exhausted. Herb with it. There's a bad pass. There's a steal. Cedric Webb goes up for the layup and scores! Big defensive play by Cedric Webb. The Vikes with their biggest lead of the second half, and he's gassed. He's asking to come out, and he's hurt. 60 to 56 is your score. 2:40 to go in our ball game. Oh, great drive by Seamster. Couldn't get the layup to go, but he has fouled. He has been so quiet.
Yeah.
Tony, 11 first half points, only 3 here in the second half, which includes about 1.5 overtime sessions. Cedric Webb got a little dinged up, and so he's replaced by Justin Smith, and J.J. Kendrick is fouled out. So that's a bad deal for the Vikings. He'll be replaced by Trey Mack. Good news for the Vikes, they lead 60 to 56. 2 free throws coming for Seamster. He is just 1 out of 3 from the line. So it'll be 2 shots. Every foul will be 2 shots the rest of the way. No good.
Man, that did not look good.
And they've struggled all night, Tony, and as the legs get heavy, you would think that free throw percentage would just continue to plummet.
Yeah.
Vikes have got to be ready to box out. Free throw on the way. It's no good, but a bad bounce and an easy putback for Kester. Bad break for the Vikings.
The one guy you've got to box out.
So 60 to 58, Vikes by 2. Chanute still in that active zone now with 2:22 to go in our game. Vikes with the ball and a 2-point lead. Vikes playing a little bit of keep away. I don't think they're going to try to run this clock all the way down. Jesse splits a couple of defenders and then dribbles out of trouble. Oh, that's close to a backcourt. That was very close. Swanson gets around his man. Out to Mack. Now back out to Jesse Jones. Over to Swanson. And to Trey Mack. Right back to Swanson. Minute 50 to go in double overtime. Vikes with the ball and a 2-point lead, 60 to 58. And the Vikes call a timeout with a minute 45 to go in double overtime. We will be back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Viking Basketball on B93.
As the area's leading hospital, we believe your best days lies ahead of you. And as a nationally recognized hospital, we work to ensure that your tomorrows are the best they can be. At Labette Health, instead of thinking about what you need out of a hospital, we've thought about what you need out of life. And with our multiple award-winning care, we're creating a higher quality of life for our patients. At Labette Health, we center around you.
Back at Harold C. Johnson Gymnasium, Scott Marlowe, Tony Fuentes with you. Drew Fuentes taking care of our live video stream, and Karen taking care of everything for us back in the KLKC studios. Minute 45 to go in our second overtime. Vikings leading at 60-58, and Parsons has possession. From the time the fourth quarter started up to right now, this has just been a nip and tuck basketball game. Neither team able to get any kind of big lead. They try to get into Wheat to Smith, and he lays it in. What a play by the Vikings. Justin Smith with his first basket. Vikes by 4 with a minute and a half to go. Williams reverses direction. Kicks it in the corner to Seamster. Out to Herb.
Don't foul.
Herb at the top of the key, almost took steps. Gets it to Williams. He
travel. I saw it. Oh, that's big there.
That is huge. Vikes by 4 with a minute 17 to go in our game. Jesse Jones picked up by Sean Williams. Now the Vikings can't afford to run a little clock. How long will Chanute go before they start fouling? We're down to a minute to go in double overtime with the Vikes leading at 62-58. Swanson gets around his man and gets fouled on his way to the basket. He'll have 2 free throws.
I think Swanson just saw that opening there, and he knew he could take the guy.
And that, to me, that is really intelligent basketball, because even when you're kind of milking the clock, man, if you have an opportunity like that, take it. And that's what Swanson did. And he gets the roll on the first free throw.
Yeah, because we've struggled to run out the clock, Scott.
Yes.
So
yes, we have.
That was probably the best thing he could have done right there.
Second free throw good for Swanson. This is the biggest lead of the night for the Vikings at 64-58. 54 seconds to go in double overtime. Williams, I assume Chanute's looking for a three-pointer on this trip. Seamster will take the three and hit. What a shot by Seamster. Gets it down to a one-possession game. He now has 17 points. 64-61, Vikes by 3, 43 seconds to go. And now the Chanute coach giving the refs an earful. And it's funny, it's usually the coach that's behind.
Yeah.
Is the most upset with the officiating crew, who all in all has done a good job tonight. I think the team fouls have been pretty even throughout, and I suppose these kind of games can't be very easy to officiate. You know?
But under a minute to go, 6-point lead, it'd be a shame if we don't come out here with this win.
And, I didn't get a good look at how the Vikes were playing defense there, but, man, the one guy that I didn't want to shoot the three was the guy that shot it.
Exactly.
And he was a couple of feet behind the line. It was a pretty deep three. And he's had a good night with 17 points. And, of course, Cam Kester leads all scorers with 26. But both teams in the double bonus. The Vikings will probably be facing some sort of full court pressure. And if they do get it into the front court, I would imagine Chanute will go ahead and foul. Smith, Jones, Swanson, Wheat, and Webb on the floor for the Vikings. Here we go. Full court press. Vikes get it into Swanson. He's doubled. Oh, he's fouled immediately. So I thought they would at least go for a steal in the backcourt, but they're going ahead and extend this game a little bit. Hardly any time came off the clock. 41.3 seconds. Foul was on Williams, his fourth. And I'm a little bit surprised they fouled Swanson.
Yep.
But he goes to the line, and he is short on his first one. He had made his first three. He has one. This is a big one, Tony. This will make it a two-possession game if he can get this one to go down. The senior puts it up. Got it. 65-61. Vikes by 4. Here comes Chanute. 40 seconds to go in double overtime. Herb into the front court. Hands off to Henson.
Oh, I would have trapped him.
Now Cam Kester has it. Looks to make a move to the basket. He's stripped. Gets it back. Powers up and scores.
Wow.
And it is a 2-point game. Jesse Jones trapped in the backcourt. Oh, somehow he got out of that. And he's fouled from behind with 12.4 seconds to go. Boy, that could have been disaster. That was close to a steal in the backcourt, and it would have been a layup for Chanute. But Jesse's going to have to go to the line and shoot 2. Jesse Jones, first one on the way, is well short.
Whoa.
So it's going to be no more than a 3-point lead for the Vikes. Jesse has 14 points on the night. He's 2 out of 3. I think there's a lot of tired legs out there. One more for Jesse. It's up. Got it. 3-point lead for the Vikes. 12 seconds to go in double overtime. Kester into the front court. Don't foul. There's a 3-pointer. Oh, he got it. Timeout called by the Vikings, but did they give it to him, or is there a foul? There is a foul before the timeout. There was a foul in the backcourt. I don't think Kester realized the score was tied, Tony.
Wow, unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
I don't know what he was thinking.
I don't either, because he shot a 3. And that's a senior making a freshman-type mistake. 2 free throws for Jesse Jones to give the Vikes the lead. It's up. Oh, it's short. He'll have one more. And even if he makes it, Chanute will have 2.3 seconds to work with to win the game at the buzzer. Tied at 66, 2.3 to go in double overtime. His free throw is good. The Vikes lead by 1. Here comes Chanute. Kester got fouled, I thought. He missed a shot. It's over. And I thought he got fouled, Tony. But the Vikings have held on to win it 67-66 in double overtime. And that was the kind of win, Tony, that the Vikings so desperately needed. They may have caught a break at the very end, but they needed a break.
Yep.
The way this season has gone, they needed a break. The Vikings with a 1-point win in double overtime. We'll take a 2-minute break and come back to the Bowen Pharmacy postgame show. You're listening to Viking Basketball.